who's back? Guess who's back? Fox is back, hey, hey, hey. Fox is back, hey, hey, hey. They created a monster. Did anybody think it would get any better? Stop her from speaking or leaking emails like contrails or entrails. Well, now back to reality. What that goes through and he can't see the truth, and he won't clean up after he trashed his own rep, and he hears his own rhapsody strike. He says gleefully, take her down easily, won't give a fuck if she can't feed her family. It's also dang simple, he thought, mental cripple.
I'm back.
But guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Hey, hey, the fox is back.
You gotta be kidding me.
It was easy, report the free speech. It's not a reach for a guy that's sleazy. Who cares, it's not he with 6 mouths to feed. He hopes she bleeds and headlines lead with mac and cheese. My God, what sleeves. But guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? The fox is back, hey, 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 hey. The fox is back, hey, hey, hey.
I am to misbehave.
He can't stop the signal, Mal. It's the principle. It's a free-for-all, not a dictatorship. With the flick of his wick that he dipped in his poison ink. Did he really think he could silence speech? He gotta think another thing. Cause guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Hey, hey. The fox is back. Hey, hey, hey. Fox is back, hey.
I am. I'm back. I'm back, everybody. We're back on my channel, which is not where I thought we would be tonight.
My back. It's been like whiplash trying to, like, what was it, 5 minutes till? I was like,
yeah,
hey.
8:56. I'm sorry, 7:56 exactly. Tug texts me one word, hey, and then my phone rings. He's like, where's your stream? I'm like, what are you talking about? I was just about to come into your stream. He's like, I don't have a stream. I'm like, wait a minute, it's Thursday. He's like, yeah, but we switched. I'm like, we did.
I was like, we even teased the fact that you had some stuff for today.
Well, for some reason, I thought we were doing it on your channel. And so,
I would have been okay with that. I just, I would have liked to know that 4 hours ago.
The expert was just live. And like, I was in there listening to him while I was cooking, and I was chatting with everybody, and they were like, hey, you're going to be on tonight. I'm like, yeah, 8 o'clock, Tug's channel. Like everyone on Expert's channel. And he was trying to redirect, and he's like, there's no stream.
That's hilarious. Well, see, I went to sign in, and I was like, wait a minute. Where is it? Am I doing it? Is my StreamYard's broken? At first, I thought my StreamYard's broken again. Damn it. And I was like, no, it's not broken.
And thank you to the expert for the raid and the super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, buddy. He said some very nice things about me today, actually, that I really appreciated. And maybe we're all feeling a little sappy because, when we lost one of us, I just got back from Jeff's funeral, and you don't say the things that you mean to say to people sometimes until it's too late. And he said something really sweet about me tonight, and I appreciate that, expert. It was very sweet, and I'm glad you said it.
Yes, I'm like, man, Megan, I'd love to praise your technical expertise.
Shut up.
Hey, MaxLab, by the way, I did want to say, hey, happy birthday, man. It's good.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. MaxLab.
Oh, there you go.
Happy birthday to you.
That's much better than any song I could do. There you go. Special song, my friend.
There's your special song.
That's amazing. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, it was funny though. It did really confuse me today. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Every day's a party like that, though. You know, when even the hosts don't know what's going on.
Yeah, right. I mean, my head is really in another place. Like I had guests here when I got back. I had a guest traveling in while I was in Utah, and then she was here when I came back, and then I was trying to spend my time, with her. And so I wasn't working for the days I came back. And then today she just left this afternoon, and, I was getting back into this, into the research of what I'm doing. And I have this very big project I'm working on. And I was just engrossed in it all day, just thinking, I don't know, it's Thursday. I'm on with Tug on his channel. Just completely slipped my mind that we had switched. Well, anyway, it's all fixed now, and we're back. And here we are. And Connor is in the chat. Hey, Connor.
What's up, Connor, man? How's it going, brother?
I've been making him very jealous because my guest is Korean, or was Korean, and she was making food for us. And I kept sending him pictures of these amazing dishes that she was making. Today she made kimchi rice with fried egg on top, and oh my gosh, so good. Yeah, I'm torturing Connor with the Korean food. But we've got quite the show tonight. So we've been teasing it. We've been I know Tug's been telling you about it. That old Bruce. He can't help himself. He continues to contact me, even though I've asked him not to. And I will say that, I think he does it purposefully. He knows that I consider him. He's been harassing me. He's been damn near stalking me online, he's sending letters to everyone I know, trying to find people either connected to me or who knew me or worked with me at any time. And he's trying to he's trying to destroy my reputation with them, is what he's doing.
Well, if he wants me to hear his side of things, I must first fundraise $10,000. No way, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, Bruce, if you want us to talk to you, it'll cost $10,000.
And that's a bargain.
$10,000, and
apparently that's
and
I'll sit down
rate. I'll sit down in the interview with you. Yep, $10,000. That's what it'll cost. That's what it'll cost. Yep. $10,000. That seems like a good round number.
Yeah, just a number that totally appears out of nowhere, by the way. That's not attached to anything whatsoever.
Yeah. He's digging around trying to find people to say bad things about me. And I think it's really funny, though, that he has contacted literally everyone I know. And the only person that he's managed to get to speak about me is probably one of the lowest scumbags out there.
Yes.
Good. He fits right in, though, with the crew. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm working up a question on that. I want to make sure I ask it right. I think I'll do that. I think I'll do that solo too. That way, I'll be respectful.
Yeah, I know you all have a lot of questions about what all occurred, and I will say that I've had a very difficult time since December 18th. Really tough. I just got back from burying a friend, one of my closest, and then I came back to a friend trying to bury me. And the timing could not have been worse for me psychologically. And I think they knew that. I think this was all part of it. And I'm not going to give them the satisfaction on this channel of ever mentioning him again.
Oh, well,
Nor shall I allow him to use my platform or my name to build himself, or whatever it is that he's trying to do. And Tug will have more about that to say on another evening. He'll have more to say. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to take the high road. I just want to say one thing. I want to say one thing about the privated videos on my channel. I did private all the videos that had this individual in them. It was not for the purpose of hiding anything that I had to say. And I don't need to keep them up there for what I had to say, because I wrote articles on PJ Media about all those cases I talked about. And so that record is preserved. But the reason I did private the videos is because I am not going to allow that person to legitimize himself with a relationship or a platform of mine. If he wants to be legitimate, he's going to have to do that all on his own. I wish him luck. I hope he makes $1 million or even 10,000.
Yeah. 10,000.
I hope he makes $1 million. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, I hope you make how's that translate? A buck. Well, it depends on what kind of videos, I guess. At least going rate is what? $2 a view. So, okay.
And I may also find out if Rick Cada has done anything with that Sonichu medallion yet. I have someone he can send it to.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's a good luck charm.
Yeah. Richard says, but he said he was your friend, Megan. Yes, Richard, that's correct. And I will say this, you, for your own set, you decide whether or not that was true. You go ahead and decide whether or not that was true. That is what I believed, but I've come to a different conclusion. So,
the internet, man, the internet is even worse than online, or regular offline, rather, when it comes to quote unquote friendships. You know, a good friendship, you can find them. They seem to age in dog years. So if you've gone a certain amount of time and you really are friends, you can have good with it. But the other thing, man, it's the majority of people. Oh, it's sad how they turn out online.
You know what else is amazing? Is that he told everyone with his own mouth what a good friend to him I was. He told everyone what a good friend I was. And he gave a very specific example of a time when I could have destroyed his career.
Yeah.
And I didn't. And you know what? We'll talk about it later. That's just it. But it's interesting, if those of you, anybody out there who wants to, call me whatever you want to call me, you can't call me a bad friend. You won't find one, a real friend, who has anything bad to say about me, because I'm a good friend. And he even said that himself. Oh my God, BK, what is happening?
Holy crap.
Oh my Lord, BK, $500. Says, thank you for giving me some great laughs today. I had to put my 16-year-old lab mix to sleep earlier today. Need your great humor. Thank you, Megan and Tug. BK, this is incredibly generous, and I am so sorry. I am so sorry. When you lose a dog, few things have impacted me more than losing a dog. Seriously. And it sounds crazy because, people say, well, they're just animals, but that's not true. They're part of our family.
Family members, man. They are family. Dude.
They are family members, and they don't live long enough. They do not live long enough. And I'm so sorry, but that's 16 years. That is a long time for a dog. That was a blessing that you got 16 whole years. I had a dog that lived to 15. And I am so sorry for your loss, BK. And I hope that you remember all the good times and have lots of pictures. And thank you so much for the super chat. That's incredibly generous. Thank you. So, should we get to this hilarious letter? Since B paid for laughs, B just paid for laughs. She paid big time for laughs. We need to deliver, and I have exactly the thing. You want to see it?
Oh man, I've been waiting for this. This
Oops,
blessing.
It's too small. I need to embiggen. Wait, where's my button?
That's what she said.
All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's make this bigger.
That's what she said.
Okay. All right. We have on January 20th, on Monday, And by the way, I just want to point out, I returned home from Utah on the 19th. This is literally what I came home to.
Yeah, I actually think a lot of that is the plan, personally.
I know, I do too. And you know what? I'm not ashamed or embarrassed to say, congratulations, you hurt me. Congratulations, it hurt. You know, like you you fucked with me. Like go. Congratulations. You're so good at your psychological stalking and terrorism game.
I love this email, though. I love the fact that, you know what, for anything any of these people have ever momentarily, bothered or gotten to you.
Wait a minute. BK, did you make an error? If you did, you can, I think you can
delete it. Delete the comment.
How do you do it?
She can. Let me see. Is it an error? Let me see.
Yeah, I think so. If you can delete it, you can. I mean, here, how do we figure this out? We can
give me 1 minute.
Change the total.
I mean, no, you'll have to kill the chat. I believe if you.
Oh my gosh, she's probably freaking out right now.
Ban her.
Don't worry.
We can unban her, but I think if you ban a person with a comment, I believe it knocks their stuff out. She can also do.
Banner. I don't want to do that. What if?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, if you do it, like if you give her a timeout or something, I think it removes the
super
chats. I believe so. That's one of the things with mods. They've done it before. Again, it's nothing. Not intentionally doing anything to you. You're just trying to.
Hold on. We'll figure this out. Let me see.
I think you may have to do it on YouTube.
Is there a way that I can go into the studio and like not accept it? Oh, okay. Wait. General T deleted the message. Can you do that? Wait, Gen T, if you delete it.
Yeah, I believe it knocks it out. Actually, you know what? Write me real quick. I don't want to say something live, but I can tell her.
Put it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Well,
here, I'll tell her. I'll tell her. Right. Like I said, write me right now, and I can write granularheaven@gmail.com. I'll tell you how to handle this.
Okay, granularheaven@gmail.com. BK. granularheaven@gmail.com. All right, listen. It's not changing the revenue number though. The deleting it.
I don't know if it will change the thing. I know when you delete comments or ban people, it definitely pulls the super chat down. But like I said, there's another way of doing that as well. So just write me real quick. I'll tell you something.
Okay, wait. Slug's telling me how to do it too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know on another end to do it.
They're non-refundable? What?
No. You can.
That can't be.
I think you can. Like I said, I think let me see. I don't know if I have a wrench.
All right, listen, BK, if for whatever reason this doesn't work, we'll work it out. I think you can do it from your side, though. Don't panic. You've had a bad enough day.
Yes, indeed. Just write me on something too.
Yeah, definitely write Tug, and he'll give you some guidance. That is not what you needed. That is not what you needed right now.
Somebody time her account. Just comment one time and time her account out. Don't ban her then. Just time her out, and it. You know how it knocks out other comments and stuff. That's one way to do it. Or again.
Yeah, we'll get it back somehow. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it.
All right. But speaking of, and yeah, if you have to, just stop the payment. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
you should be able to.
Actually, that would be that is. To be honest, I'd do that tomorrow. Just note it.
Yes. Stop the payment.
Note it with the bank. Yeah. Talk to the bank. Talk to them. Heck, if you have a line, you can talk to them right now. Call them right now and tell them there was an unauthorized charge. Do not be like, "Oops, I made a mistake." Say there was an unauthorized charge. That's just all you need to get into it. You found out there's no way you authorized.
When you do that, though, they make you get a whole new bank card just to let you know, because that just happened.
Yeah, but hey, you can stop it.
Right, you can stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I do it right now. Just to be honest.
Right now. Tell the bank. Yeah, do it right now. I am so sorry that happened. YouTube sometimes can be really difficult with that.
On our side to stop anything. That's the only, like when we're talking about it, we don't have a button where
I wish we did. I wish we did. All right. All right, let's start this. And BK, if you have any issues, please do. Of course, you have my email, meganfox.writer@protonmail.com. I'm happy to help you. Okay. All right. And I will put that up on the screen in case you missed it. And let's see. Where is it? Where's my email? Here it is.
Where's my email?
There
what
we
is
go.
it again? Maybe it's
maybe
it's where the maybe it's where the thumbnail was 4 hours ago. It's still not here.
That's funny. Okay, here we go. Do you want to read in your best Bruce voice? I would really like that.
There's so many. Megan, there's so many whiny things in here. Megan.
Yes, whiny and constipated. Don't forget.
Yeah. Well, you know how, it's so funny how it starts off right off the top. I asked everybody, by the way, I did a blind survey the other day, and I asked people, what do you think this starts out about? Like, what do you think he whines about Megan? Not like overview, but a specific thing that happened. Do you think it would be about, and I'm not grifting or something, but a specific item? And everybody, they were guessing this exactly right, because he whines about it all the time. He's like, Megan covered the deposition of my client while doing yoga.
Oh God, I don't know what it is that makes him so upset by this. It's like, was he traumatized by a monk, like a Tibetan monk at some point?
He wanted to be a monk.
Did he go to like India, and like a guru like kicked him out of the program or something? Like, what is it about the yoga?
Nay.
What is it about the yoga that bothers him? So, I'm not the only person who laughed at that deposition, but yet I'm the only person he ever complains about covering the deposition. And by the way, I would just like to point out that the day I did that, I was having extreme pain and I couldn't sit in front of my desk anymore. And I have a neck problem. And so I had to move around and stretch, and I just thought it would be funny. And it was funny. It was hilariously funny. Because, Lynette gives me like very high anxiety also.
I have anxiety over the roof.
Mm-hmm. And we needed like an energy change for that deposition. And I love yoga, and I believe in energy and energy shifting. And I know that sitting and listening to negativity all day is bad for you. So, and it also tends to collect itself in between my shoulders. So I needed to do some stretching. I mean, why does he criticize me for doing yoga so much? Like, also, it was also funny. Like, he has a problem with humor. He has a problem with people ridiculing him or his client. Guess what? This is America, Bruce. Like, we're allowed to poke fun of whoever we want. And poking fun, I did a very light poking fun of her that day, just basically by pointing out all this woman does is scream, and it gives me anxiety. And the best way I knew how to deal with it was to get a smudge stick that I make out of lavender and sage, and burn that and kind of try to change the energy and do a little meditation. I mean, why is that so offensive to him?
I don't know, but man, as much as it bothers him, I'm almost like, you need a weekly laughing at depots with yoga.
I know. I think I'm going to have to make it a regular thing.
Oh my God. That amazes
the chat says, check your email, Tug.
Okay. Let me check my email real quick.
Connor says he probably pulled something while doing yoga himself. That's why he's got a problem with people doing it. It's offensive. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He was so upset about that, and it was just for fun. Now, I've done that before. It's not the first time I've done that. I don't know if you know this, Tug. It was a little different. do you remember when during the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, when they took like a week off because the judge had to go to like a conference? Do you remember that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
During that week, I had my friend Mary on the program to do some guided meditation with everyone to de-stress and lower our anxiety about the trial. And while we were waiting, it wasn't the first time. We needed an energy cleanse because it was super dark and like depressing, and then we were left hanging. And so so it's not unusual for my channel. First of all, it's not something that I just came up with off the top of my head. I hadn't done a yoga stream while watching a deposition, but I've done plenty of yoga streams on Locals. If you're on my Locals, meganfox.locals.com. I've done them there. I demonstrate my yoga swing all the time because it's a wonderful thing. I have it on my Amazon list, by the way, my shopping list. If you go to my link tree, there's an Amazon shopping list, and that yoga swing is on there. It's only like between $40 and $60. The thing is a life changer for people with back problems. Like, it's amazing. You can hang upside down, get lots of relief from, compression. So this is not anything new. I guess it's just new to him. But my God, does he complain about this? So I can't wait till he brings this up in front of a judge.
Well, that is very fascinating. Maybe this is the issue, because someone really close to him, they are apparently a registered yoga teacher.
Oh. Now, wait a minute. Now, I said during that stream multiple times, I am not a yoga teacher. I'm not instructing you to do anything. I'm just doing the stretches that I need to do for me, because these are the stretches that I do. If you want to do it along with me, go ahead. If you want to do your own thing, you do that. If you want to just sit there and watch me look ridiculous, you can do that. Hey Joe says, next he'll criticize your laundry streams. Yeah. I mean, does he know that I do those too? If I do a laundry stream while I'm watching his deposition, he's going to talk about how disrespectful it is to do the laundry and watch his client at the same time. Like, the hell? Like, what really? I don't understand what his issue is with this.
I just think it's hilarious. I think that is it. I think we know it now, man, who would have known? So apparently, maybe you did yoga better than people around who knows. But
well, his wife must be, or whoever, must be butthurt about my yoga or whatever. It's not good enough for them or whatever. But you know what? Don't be so judgmental. You're supposed to be a yoga teacher. Don't judge me. Because everything is, we're all equal, right? It's all the same. Like, you're me, I'm you. Namaste. Okay? Like, what's your deal? You know what I should do? Perhaps I should build a Lego set of me doing yoga and watching a little television.
A little Depo TV. Have a whole wall of it, like that 1984. Remember the commercial back when?
Yes.
Yeah, you have that giant TV, and instead of throwing a hammer at the screen, you're just doing yoga in front of it. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh my God.
I've never seen so many. But you know what else is bothering me? He's like, not just while doing yoga and laughing.
I mean, yeah, while doing yoga and laughing at her distress.
Remember when that douchebag laughed about comments about a child choking?
Oh, right.
You remember that? Huh?
I do.
I guess laughter is only appropriate when, right?
Oh my God, a yoga gauntlet. Let's make... We're going to start out with downward dog. Then you have to do standing tree. Next, we'll do fish pose. And cat cow. They get harder and harder.
They'd be like, oh no, yoga gauntlet. How many guillotines is that?
Yeah, what if I do a yoga stream out in front of the courthouse before the trial? I could do that. We could do some yoga out on the courthouse steps. Would that be inappropriate? So inappropriate that he would lose his shit over it too? Like, where else can I do yoga that will really piss him off?
Oh my gosh. He'd be like, I incorporated breakdancing in this too. I'm going to do the worm while doing like, what the fuck's going on? Oh my God. I don't know. It's just amazing though.
It's crazy.
How much to see Tug do yoga? More. That's not happening. Yeah.
Although it probably would help you with your knee and all of that.
Yeah,
it's nice and slow.
You watch me like, how do you scrape Tug off the ground? No.
You can start with chair yoga. You really can.
That's what all that noise is actually. With my chair, that's what's happening.
That's chair yoga.
It's chair yoga. Yeah.
Aw, Pumpkin Farm. Thanks for the 100. Says I can't do 500, but this will help offset you both. Oh, that was so sweet of you. That's very generous. Thank you. We'll get it figured out.
I noticed after the removal too, it's not showing on the top of the screen. You know how like large ones show on the top of the screen. So
it's still showing for me.
It doesn't show for me as an outside observer.
But that doesn't. Look, we're gonna get it worked out. Don't worry. It will get worked out.
It'll be all good.
It'll be okay. Stacy wants to know: can you make the Sims do yoga? Oh my God! What if I made Deuce, whatever his name is, in my Sims game, and his wife? What if I made them do yoga together? Would that upset him too? Would he start writing letters?
They could teach a yoga class to all the others.
Yes, they could teach yoga. What if? Yeah, we haven't played Sims in a while. I'm going to have to schedule a Sims stream because we need to incorporate yoga for sure. I think you can. I think there is a way to have them do yoga. They do certain exercise. Hey, Tug, yoga, not even for 10K? How about for 10 grand? Would you betray your best friend and do yoga for 10K?
I'll do it in segments. Like for $300, I'll step off the chair, so it'll have 33 segments.
Oh my gosh, Marcy with the Hondo to the real ones with credibility and integrity. Love you both, Megan and Tug. Mug. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. That's really sweet. The ecosystem yoga class. That's what we'll call it. Yeah. I'm suing Megan for Connor says I'm suing Megan for making her Sims do yoga against their will. Oh man.
Those poor Sims.
Oh, I know. I'm Silhouette. I am working on it. I am working on the BBB musical. I promise you. It's close to being done. But then I have to make a video. That's the part that takes the longest. Doing the songs actually doesn't take as long as the video that accompanies it. And before I do that, I need to do another episode of TLDR for the What the Hales people who are catching up to the story, and that's in the works as well.
Do you find it creepy? He kept the link, like he has it on hand all the time for your yoga thing.
Yeah, I'm starting to get concerned about that. Like, it kind of makes me want to take it down because I'm worried about what he's doing when he watches it. I was wearing a strapless shirt. And I have reviewed the video. I was a little worried that there may have been a wardrobe malfunction, but I watched it very carefully and there wasn't. But when I went upside down, it was close. When I was hanging upside down, they accused me, by the way, of not wearing a bra. And
that's okay. I never wear a bra.
Well, I never don't wear one because you don't have the endowments I have and not wear a bra. Like that did not happen.
I had Tug's jokes. I got to go free form. I'm sorry.
I actually had several layers under that top, so I was very certain there wasn't going to be a wardrobe malfunction, and there wasn't. But yeah, I am a little worried about why he has that link on him at all times. It's a little upsetting.
Like, oh my God, did Tug free one of his puppies? Yes, maybe. Who let those dogs out?
Who let the dogs out?
Oh my Lord.
Oh,
he's like,
my
oh man. Gosh. I mean, it starts with that though. That's what amazes me. Like, it starts with the yoga thing.
I know. Like, it's the worst thing he's ever heard of.
It's amazing. Though. He's like,
Someone just said braless yoga, boobs in your eyes. That's exactly what it would be. Yes. Yeah, there's no way I could do it with no bra. That would be silly. It would be just silly.
Doug's OF win.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Gross.
All right. Okay. Keep
so-
going. We haven't even gotten through the first
I know,
sentence
I'm
yet.
telling you,
It's been
amazing.
35
Like,
minutes.
I told you, I looked at this. Megan was like, I don't know. I was like, this is the funniest shit ever. Like the obsession with the yoga thing cracks me up, every single time. But he's like, okay, while doing yoga and laughing at her distress and at the way Randy Shockett treated her. Randy.
He spelled his name wrong, didn't he? I feel like that's not right. Oh, maybe it is.
Anytime he
Doesn't
spells
matter.
it, it's wrong. By the way, teasing something. I have a pretty amazing thing that I noticed in documentation, and a couple other people noticed too. But there's something absolutely amazing where Lolyer wrecks himself, and we will definitely be covering that on the next stream I do. Holy crap, it's amazing. The Randy Shockett thing made me think of that. I thought that was pretty amazing. I mentioned, I know I'm teasing it, but I want to put everything together before I mention it. But I thought that was pretty interesting one.
Yeah, I agree. I know what you're talking about. It's epic.
Yeah.
I love this next part of the sentence.
There's even a bingo card.
So we're not allowed to do bingo anymore. Does he watch my channel at all? Does he know that that's what we do? We do it on Jeff's channel. We play bingo when we watch things. We play bingo when we watch trials. We play bingo when we are watching anything that we're like commenting on. Like we do. That's what we do.
Yes,
it's not the first time I've ever played.
Of course, he watches your channel.
But what's wrong with bingo?
He's sitting
what
here
is it?
now? Because I guess when you put it and yoga together, oh my god. I don't know what. I think it's kind of like in Ghostbusters where they cross the streams. No.
Jimber says, I demand bingo or I'm leaving. I should have done it. You know what? Let's do a bingo card for this goddamn letter. I'm doing it right now. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. We're doing a bingo. We're going to have a bingo card, folks. Get ready. We're going to make one right now. Bingobaker.com. That's where we go. All right. Here we go. I'm going to let you guys help me.
You should
make
have had
this.
a bingo yoga card, Oh, what pose came up? Bam, I got yoga.
All right, here we go. What are we going to call it? We're going to call it BB. What are we going to call it? BBB email. No, what we're going to call it is Lolyer bingo. All right, ready? Well, obviously yoga. We know it. We can already check that off. It really should be the free space. Let's see what else. We're gonna have.
You should call it Bubbles Bingo.
Whinging Bubbles Bingo.
Yeah. Bubbles Bingo.
All right. Whinging.
That's a lot of bees. That's a lot of bees.
It's a lot of bees. There's 4 bees. It's BBBB.
Yeah, I never really thought that Bubbles. I never really thought about it. The Bubbles has BBB in it. That's funny too.
Let's see. Stalking behavior. How about that? Obsessed much?
Oh.
Let's see what
There would
else.
have been another one. It would have been Depot, because he always brings up the Depot.
Oh, Depot, yes.
Yeah. He's going to say not suing. That
elderly, disabled.
Actually, make them their own thing. You can spread them.
Oh, spread them out. Okay, elderly, disabled, poor.
Yeah. Put in a not suing, because he always says he's never said he's gonna,
I'm not suing you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm suing you.
I wonder if mac and cheese comes up in this.
Oh, fabricated story. Mac and cheese.
Yeah, bad neighbors storyline.
Bad neighbors. PR. Cyber stalking. Journalism. What else does he say? Oh,
Does it have to
sick
be the word?
child.
Does journalist work as journalism? Just wondering, you know. Does it have to be
Journalist.
the word? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Can it be
Yeah.
history? Okay. I needed to understand the rules.
Ecosystem. Breadsticks. YouTube content. Yep, good one, Squid. YouTube content.
You should just put in 2L just in case. I can't remember if it gets mentioned, but
2L.
2L.
Fake storyline. All right, I think we got it. I think we're good. Is there anything else?
Oh man, we should have had like a blame Jeremy square.
A blame Jeremy square? Okay, we'll change journalism for blame Jeremy. All right. Anything? Privacy fence. You guys are funny. Private person. All right, I think we're good. Generate. All right, now I need to copy this. Oh, darn it. No, I need to get the URL. There, copy. All right, I am now going to paste it. Bingo. Bingo link, and then I will pin it to the top of the YouTube chat, and I will drop it on Rumble as well. Actually, if I can find my own chat, I will. The chat's moving so fast. Okay, wait. Pin message. There we go. All right, Rumble. Let me get over on Rumble. Bingo. Now you guys can go there, and what you do is you hit generate card. So you have your own in all different orders. And I'm going to generate my own as well. And then, all right. So here's mine. This is what mine looks like. Tug, do you have yours?
The link actually, it didn't link it all in together. It linked the. If you look at it, look at the link. Like look at it in the chat. It's broken. It's not pasted all together.
Ah, crap. All right, hold on.
You had to paste it in there.
Why?
It didn't make it. It didn't make it a complete hyperlink. Is all it was. It just had a break between the .com and all the numbers.
Link. This should work. All right.
Yeah, it would work. It just didn't have a complete.
This one didn't complete it either. All right, listen, you're going to have to literally just highlight it and copy it into a browser. You can't click on it. Maybe YouTube is blocking Bingo Baker because it's not. There's nothing for me to fix. There's no space or anything.
Yeah, it's just not giving you.
It's just not giving me a link. So copy the whole thing and then paste it into your browser. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
I know.
If it took you to the link, just look at the link, just expand it, folks. And when you see it, you'll see it did the bingobaker.com, but the rest of the numbers just
starts at pound 6792 F4 F A C B. So just copy that and paste it in.
Yeah, just paste it in.
Copy paste. I will. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we have a bingo card. So this is really going to piss him off because we're going to play bingo while we read his email. All right. So far, you may check off free space. You may check off yoga and probably obsessed much. Where's that? Obsessed much. There we go. So check those three off.
Can I triple check that box?
We probably should have put that on there twice. All right, let's pull the email back up. We are now playing bingo. And here we go. Let's see. Share screen. Got to get the email back up. There we go. All right, we're going to embiggen. All right, there's even a bingo card.
Man, and you got the link. Look at that. And you can see what that's to. It's What the Hell's Deposition Watch with Yoga, Part 1. So you knew, he's just got that on hand. He's probably sent that out to 1,000,001 people.
I know.
It's probably on his business card by now. It's on the back of it.
Well, you know what's funny is that maybe he thinks that link that me doing yoga is going to defame me with people I know, because he's sending it to everyone I know. But anyone I know who really knows me is going to open that link, watch 5 minutes, and laugh hysterically and text me and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
as many things, as many stupid things as I do online, yoga would be one of the more tame ones.
I mean, it really wasn't that exciting. It really wasn't. I was literally stretching my neck, you guys. Like, that's what I was doing.
Exciting though. He's like, ooh, yoga.
But he can't stop talking about it. He cannot stop talking about it. If you're looking for which squares we have marked off is obsessed much, yoga, and what was the other one? No, they're asking me. And the free space. Of course, free space, because that one's always free.
Because it's free.
All right. All right.
The deposition, it had no relevance.
What? It's public. It has relevance to the case we're covering. What is he talking about?
He's like, well, no, it's just like anything else. Apparently, he thinks that it's not going to have anything to do with the next case. Look at this statement here. The state court TRO case, it had been dismissed by the time she showed it. So you know,
what does that have to do with anything? I look at and analyze court cases, including depositions, motions, and it doesn't. Sometimes I do old cases that are. In fact, I'll be firing up Jeff's retro case again, hopefully tomorrow morning, for part 2. And we will be watching a case from the 90s. And if I had depositions in that one, I would play those too. Somebody said something hilarious just now I wanted to bring up, and I think I lost the comment, but it said, "Has he dared contact Nick Refuting yet?" And you know what? I don't know, but I strongly encourage him to do so. Bruce, if you're listening, please send an email to Nick Refuting. It's Rekieta. Please do contact Nick Refuting and tell him all about how terrible I am.
Complain about that monster, Megan.
Please do that, and it will, and make sure that you share his response with everyone.
Yes, make sure to complain about professionalism. You know.
And make sure you tell him about my yoga stream, okay? Make sure you give him this. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Absolutely contact Nick Refuting.
Tell him that makes. Tell him, Bruce. You use these words. He'll really respond well. You tell him that it makes you so mad you want to go unbreaded. Just remember that, unbreaded. You want to go unbreaded. Make sure.
Oh God, I would love to watch Nick read an email like this from him.
Lord, these are magical. It's magic.
Oh, it's magic.
Okay, so the depot was in January 2024, but the videos, 8 segments of a 7-hour depot that were shown September 2024. I'm gonna have another coverage of the depot for the Lolyer, just to make sure. First, what the hell showed it, then Megan and the others, with permission, and the others. Everyone else has been relegated to the background, Megan.
Yeah,
it's Megan and the others. We sound like a band,
Megan and the others. Yeah, everyone else is just nothing compared to me.
Don't pay attention. I'm doing background tempo back here with my drum set.
Doug's a backup singer. He's doing the backup choreography. Megan and the others. Welcome to Megan and the others.
Megan's
our
like,
music?
I'm doing yoga. And I'm like,
no, that's not it. Let's see. Welcome to Megan and the others. Step right up, folks. It's Megan and the others.
And tonight we will be doing a special song called Yoga in Your Pants. Oh my gosh. Okay. She couldn't have shown it without being stricken by Hales if she didn't present it one-sidedly.
No, that I don't believe that is true. First of all, I don't know if I asked Jeremy for permission. I think I asked him for the file because I didn't use his the content he made. I asked him for the whole file. And I believe he gave it to me. So I didn't use his content. But yeah, I asked him for what he had and he gave it to me, but I didn't tell him how I was going to cover it. I didn't tell him what I was going to say. I didn't ask him for his permission to have opinions. I don't do that.
Dude, they wouldn't be upset if this wasn't a fucking train wreck of a depot. They wouldn't throw fits about it. That's why they throw fits about it, because it is an absolute disaster of a deposition.
Well, by the way, you know what? Jeremy's deposition in that case was videotaped also. And Bruce, from what I understand, he has it. How come he hasn't released it?
Well, it's fascinating that when Jeremy's depot came up, what did they do? They had a stream prepped ready to go before any of us had even heard that it was going to come up. We were all stunned that it came up so quickly. Not that it would come up, because we knew that he was going to end up filing it in something, but that it had come up just bam like that. I mean, that was fascinating, wasn't it? So it's only when, and this whole idea of one-sided is so funny when you think about it, because what we're told is it's a fair and balanced point of view is what the PR channel does. That is, I can't even get this statement out. It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. We can check off depot on the bingo card now because
yes.
Yeah, we forgot that. Check off depot. I'm gonna get bingo before any of you. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win. And what do you win?
I've already
Nothing.
checked off every box. What are you talking about?
And the
I'm
winner,
not assured.
and the winner gets a round of applause from everyone in the chat. Yay! Let's see.
Okay, we're at a
where were we?
respondent. A respondent in the TRO Hales taking the applicant's Preston's depot is unheard of. A respondent in the TRO.
No, actually, that's not true. By the way, that is not true. And I'll tell you how I know that. Let's see. I have another case where it's funny. It shows how little he knows about his own profession, right?
Yeah. Well, we've learned that he doesn't even know where they're at. Judge, we want to move it to Gainesville. You're still in Gainesville.
Right. Nettles v. Hoyos actually is the case where, let me see if I can pull this up. It's or I can maybe summarize, but where was this? This was in Florida, District Court of Appeals, Florida 5th District, Nettles v. Hoyos. So this was it looks like a divorce. I think it was a divorce case. So Albert Nettles has filed a petition for writ of certiorari seeking review of the trial court's order granting respondent Jennifer Hoyos's motion for a protective order. That order denied Nettles the opportunity to conduct discovery. It denied him the opportunity to conduct discovery. So we grant the petition. And Nettles and Hoyos are both law enforcement officers with the St. Cloud. Sorry, they're not married. They're law enforcement officers with the St. Cloud Police Department. Nettles is also a first sergeant in the Florida Army National Guard. On October 22, Hoyos filed a petition for a temporary injunction. So the same sort of thing that Lynette filed against Jeremy, against Nettles for protection against stalking. The trial court granted the temporary injunction, same thing as the grudge judge did. Granted a temporary injunction and set a hearing date, which was continued to March 5th, per Nettles' request. And when Nettles attempted to engage in discovery prior to the hearing, Hoyos filed a motion for a protective order requesting that the court quash all of Nettles' discovery requests. In granting the motion, the trial court seems to have been persuaded that a section of Florida statute combined with this court's decision in Bacchus v. Bacchus required it to conclude that Nettles was not entitled to engage in discovery. We disagree. There it is. I don't need to go any further. So they reversed the lower court's finding that this person had a right to not give up discovery in the same type of case. And that means, what is discovery? It means depositions. It means emails. It means evidence.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, let's say that you didn't have to do something. You know, you have to file. When people ask for something, you have to file. And what did Miss Preston do? She went after Hales, and she went after him pro se. She decided that she would go out not knowing anything about the courtroom. She tried to weaponize it, and it did. Again, a court agreed on that very subject. They agreed that Judge Grudge had a problem there, a big problem, and he's had to step away from every other item that has come up. But her problem, even with a loaded deck, is the fact that, hey, she didn't know what she was doing. And that's her problem. If she should have had a lawyer, well, then she should have fucking gotten one. She had plenty of opportunity. She knew that this stuff was coming.
Oh, and by the way, she also didn't show up for her first deposition. So she had a deposition scheduled. She didn't show. They had a motion in for sanctions about that because she didn't show. And I'm showing you, this is the opinion, guys, from the Florida Appeals Court. And this is the one I just read to you here. So just so you know, this is real. This is the thing Bruce could have found. It's very clear here that they disagreed with this. They disagreed with the idea that somebody doesn't have the right to get discovery in a injunction case, like a stalking injunction case, which is the exact same thing we're talking about in the Jeremy Hale's case, Preston v. Hales. But she didn't show up for her first deposition, and then she had plenty of opportunity, and she claimed that her mother was dying or died and then didn't die, and then she never provided any proof. By the way, they had evidence that the people at the hospital never saw her, but they didn't get to produce that because there was never an evidentiary hearing where Jeremy got to produce his evidence.
Well, there's a wonderful little thing that God, I lost my thought. Shit.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry, that was probably me talking over you as usual.
No, you're good. I lost it there. It'll come back to me later. It's like one of those things. It'll probably come back to me in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping. I'll wake up in the middle of. You ever have that? You're like, yes. Oh yeah, that's what it was. You're like, my
oh my gosh.
It is fascinating though. Again, you go out, you file pro se. She had plenty of opportunity. Plenty. To go out. Oh, this is the guy. I don't remember what I was going to say. This is the same guy that says sanctions hearings is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, right. He also says there's no sanction hearing happening on February 5th.
It's a conspiracy. The
court disagrees with him, but okay. I encourage him not to show up. Go ahead. Tell Stark not to show up. It's fake.
You stick it to him, baby. You stick it to him. You stand your ground on that one.
It's fake. It's totally fake. All right. So
she was unrepresented, so they forced her into this depot to create video content. Oh, there's content, YouTube content right there.
Oh, content. I don't think we put that on the bingo card, did we?
It has a.
I don't think we got. Well, YouTube. What did it say? It said YouTube storyline or something. Some nonsense. Let me see.
It says YouTube many times. Actually, YouTube is going to be brought up again. Like in a minute, I can see it. Like
it has. I don't have content. Yeah. Oh yes, I do. YouTube content.
There.
Okay.
I thought that was
there. It is. Yeah. It's there. I have to
pull
move
it up
to the other screen so I can see it easier. All right, and then I have to close a lot of these stupid windows. I have too many windows open. This is intolerable. Why do I have so many windows open? This is just not okay. Hey, the locals chat is active, by the way, meganfox.locals.com. And it's good to see all of you in there. I haven't been on locals in a while, so hey, Glad to see you.
That's what's going to happen. It'll be 2 a.m. I'll be in the bathroom and the brain light comes on. I'll be like, oh, yeah, let me fire up live stream and correct it.
The heck did I do? I have so many windows open. This is insane. I have, oh my God, I'm surprised my computer's working right now. This is, I just found like all these hidden Chrome windows that are just open all over the place. I have to stop doing this. This is
why does my computer keep barking at me, Tug? I don't know.
Right. Why do I do this to myself? This is insane. All right, if I kick myself out of the studio, I'll be right back. That's just because I closed the wrong window. I'm trying desperately to just get down to, the bare minimum here. All right. All right, let's get back over here. Let me get this up bigger and biggin. There. Okay.
All right. She begs Shockett to allow her to postpone because she was hiring a lawyer the next day. She'd been saying that she was going to hire a lawyer, by the way, over and over again. And, here's the thing that's left out of that. Shockett actually called the judge to find out what needed to go on. Yeah, it's right there in the depot. But of course, you'd have to watch it. You'd have to research the story before going with that narrative, right?
Yes. And when he called, the judge refused to take his phone call and said no, like basically no. Yep. Haley says, raise your hand if you survived Megan Fox's computer during the Maya trial streams. It's so funny you bring this up. I was just telling someone about this today, about how that's how I got a new computer, because that's how I met Brad, IT Goatee Brad. He was following the Maya trial, and he was like, I can't watch this anymore. I cannot watch your computer dying every 2 hours like this. That's it. We have to get you a new computer. And then he said, we set up a fundraiser for it, and he sent $100. He's like, I can't do it anymore. It was so funny.
That is funny. Good, though.
And I was just talking about it today. It's, my computer would die every 2 hours. It got so bad that I had this set up so that when it would die, I have to take this down so you can see it. So that when it would die, oh no, you can't see because of the, wait, how do I get us behind here? It's a background instead of anyway, behind us, it says, please hold. The host is rebooting her crappy computer. Because if you take us out of here, I'm going to take us out so you can be in the green room. You'll see it. Watch.
That's funny.
So when I'd be gone, it would be like a message that everyone would know where I was, because it would just go dead.
That's amazing.
Like every 2 hours. And I was streaming for 8 to 10 hours a day during that trial. So every 2 hours it would do that. Oh, so funny. So freaking funny. All right. Anyway.
Okay. So
where were we?
Let's see. But she begs him for the lawyer, but that, of course, would have defeated the purpose of the deposition. Creating lots of video content for the unrepresented Preston, suitable for mocking and humiliating her on YouTube videos, playing the footage.
Can I ask you a serious question? Who does Bruce think his client is that she is somehow exempt from mocking and jokes and stuff from the internet?
They actually remember the whole idea of embarrassment that was brought up in the federal case. And remember, the judge was like, hey, that's not a cause for anything.
Yeah, that's not cause for anything. This guy writes like he doesn't understand the law at all. And the law, this is America. I mean, I know you're like Armenian or whatever, and like you live other places, or, he's lived overseas or whatever. This is America. You're in America.
Hey, in your mind, do you have a law book? Because he's been living in your head. He's been out there. You've been living in his. He's been trying to climb into yours. He climbed in. He's like, I'm really in. But I think it's like an inception thing. He's actually in his own head. And I know there's no law books in there. So
he's confused. Like, did he study law in a different country, maybe, where they don't have a First Amendment right to ridicule and mock people?
He's
That's
imagining.
literally the First Amendment in the United States. Go ahead and take me to court for mocking and ridiculing your client. It'll be hilarious.
Does the you that lives in his head do a lot of yoga? Is that what the thing is?
For sure. He can't stop thinking about it. He thinks about it day and night.
He's been
weird.
Inception. I'm telling you. He's like, I mean, sorry.
It's so strange. And yeah, I mean, you can't expect to behave the way she behaves in public and online. She posts stuff on Facebook that is so mockable and so ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous. Very ridiculous.
You can't expect to behave that way and not be mocked. I am not exempt from mocking. I'm not exempt from ridicule. People ridicule me all the time and mock me all the time. You don't see me getting my panties in a twist. You don't see me getting my hamster panty in a twist and like running around trying to sue people who make fun of me. One time there was a guy who put on a blonde wig and went to a museum pretending to be me and filmed it for YouTube. It was the funniest fucking thing I ever saw in my whole goddamn life. I laughed so hard, and it was supposed to mock and ridicule me, but I really enjoy that, to tell you the truth. I think when people do a good job of it, you know, satirizing me or roasting me, I find it funny. If you do it well, it's funny.
Yeah, it's good. That's the thing. Like I say, trolls, as long as they are funny, are totally welcome.
that troll in Ricada's chat who said I was medium smart, low charisma. I'm still laughing about that 3 years later.
Yeah, you actually branded that medium.
I did. Smart. It's in my bio. Medium smart, low charisma. It's the funniest thing ever. I mean, but you say that about Lynette and suddenly you're liable for defamation or something, according to her attorney. Like, God, grow up.
Not just that. I mean, they've attacked everything, including her lawyers. I mean, that's the crazy thing. Like, this guy has gotten so butthurt, he even went after, not just Shockett. Like, I realized people would have to research this to know it, you know, not talking about specific people, totally, but yeah, they should look up the commentary about her own lawyers, the lawyer that they're talking about they wanted to bring on. Apparently he was an incompetent moron, according to them, you know, paraphrasing, but yeah. And this whole statement about Shockett did it for this purpose, not for litigation needs. Oh no, Shockett locked her down on her storyline.
He did his job. He locked
it down. Yeah, and it's still relevant. But
look, he was hired to defend his client from a false claim that she needed a protective order, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do, which is get her on the record and ask her the hard questions and get the answers. And he did a great job of it, because
but it is still relevant. Her story,
he found all sorts of stuff there. Her story doesn't add up.
He pretends, though, that somehow in some way it now has no meaning whatsoever. Her story being locked in, her words definitely has a meaning. It does. You know, when you go back and she contradicts herself, she does it on record. She tells yet another story. She can't remember what storyline that she went with. She's going to have some problems there. It's just amazing. Megan showing it. It was purely gratuitous.
Gratuitous. See, he's using words that normally are reserved for gratuitous nudity, gratuitous schmexuality, gratuitous.
Yeah, he's like,
I hate the words he's using for this.
It's so unwarranted. It's for her fans' entertainment and her own profit. Oh, there's the breadstick, man. That is it. Profit. That's breadsticks. That is.
Do you think we should be able to mark off breadsticks?
Yeah,
okay,
I think
I'll give it to you.
I think so.
I'll give it to you. You can take breadsticks off the bingo card. Breadsticks, marking off breadsticks. All right. And
he knows what he's doing there.
For her, how dare I be entertaining and make money? How dare I?
Exactly. How dare you put on something that's interesting?
Just because you can't make any money, Bruce, does not mean no one should be able to.
Here,
and
okay.
The federal judge has already said, what's wrong with making money?
Well, here's the thing. Your live stream should be like this. it's all Jeremy's fault. And that Megan. There, look at that. Is that amazing? Ugh, that works so well.
I thank God every day that I was given an entertaining gene, because, you know, it's given me the opportunity to be able to do this. And I appreciate each and every one of you who are entertained by this program and who subscribe to this channel. And speaking of subscribers, if you have not subscribed, please make sure you get up there and hit that subscribe button. We are headed to 75,000. That's my next goal, 75,000 subscribers. And I would love to have you be a part of it. And gratuitous yoga. Maybe that should be the name of my new segment. Gratuitous yoga. And if you haven't hit the like button, make sure you do that. Because I definitely, we need to get that ratio and my algorithm working for me since I've been gone for a little while. Sometimes that, you know, it gets in the way, right? The algorithm, when you're gone, the algorithm goes down. But there are 3,700 of you, almost 3,800 of you here right now. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And if you do find this entertaining, if you do find this gratuitously entertaining, make sure you send some breadsticks if you have it. Do not send me your ramen money. Only send me your Starbucks money, and try not to send $500 if you don't have it. And BK, don't worry, we're going to fix you up. Oh God, that gives me anxiety just thinking about it. But we'll make sure that she gets that back. All right.
At one point, Megan burst out laughing at Miss Preston's distress. I couldn't find that exact spot.
Does he really say I couldn't find the exact? Does it exist? Does it exist? If you don't know, if you can't find the spot, you claim this thing happened. Well, I don't believe you then. You sit on a throne of lies.
Well, you know, that should be his catchphrase. I'm sorry, honey. I couldn't find that exact spot.
I couldn't find the. I'm sorry, honey. Oh, that was perfect. So good.
She takes up for Shockett's quote unquote proper comportment, but criticizes the pro se deponent for hers.
Yeah, because guess what? Being a pro se litigant is a totally stupid ass move. You're an asshole if you go pro se. Like, you're a dumbass. And I say that on my channel all the time. It's your own damn fault if you go pro se. And then you get screwed. That was always going to happen. You cannot be your own lawyer. Even if you're a lawyer, you can't be your own lawyer. It's a dumbass thing to do. And I have a right to say it. That has always been my position. And by the way, parents in family court who have gone pro se, I know so many of them. Always I tell them, do not do it. I have held this same opinion because I've seen pro se litigants go in and just destroy their cases because they don't know the rules, because they don't know how to object, because they don't understand how the court process works. Never, ever, ever go pro se, ever. It's dumb. So whatever.
Well, here's the other way to look at it. This would have been an amazing deposition if it would have gone just awesome, and Randy would have gotten wrecked in it. Would they have said that has no relevance, or would they be playing that today? Right now, do you think they would still be playing it?
Oh yeah, they'd still be playing it.
Absolutely. 100%. But
they would absolutely be playing it.
Yeah. All right, we got to roll down. I can't see.
Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong page. I have to flip over. Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
She always is ready with her quote unquote legal analysis that uniformly is incorrect. Let me see. Bullshit. Who's been hit by the denied, and who's been
I've been right more than he has.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, and also I'm not giving you legal analysis because I'm not a lawyer. I don't give legal analysis. I give my journalistic analysis of what's happening and my experience as a court reporter. I give that experience because I am a court reporter. I have reported on many, many court cases over my 20-year plus career, which is undisputed. Even my harshest critics who want 10 grand to tell the story will tell you
33 easy payments of $300
that I am a very experienced court reporter. So it isn't legal analysis. It's journalistic analysis from a court reporter. I couldn't give anybody a legal analysis. I'm not a lawyer. And everyone knows that. So he again, he's misrepresenting what it is that I do here.
Oh, he gets so butthurt this next part. I noticed a little kid, but he's in, and actually it's one-sided. For example, in showing a depo, she'll say that, quote, it's Shockett's duty to keep interrupting and throwing. Now you notice the key here. We're not talking.
I want a timestamp on
that. No, we're not talking about Lynette. We're not talking about Lynette here. We're talking about BBB. Look, and throwing him off. Him. There is no Lynette Preston and her depo. There is no him with Lynette. So
interesting.
Yeah, he's getting butthurt about you talking about him.
Okay. Hey, Tug, that thing that I told you about that I had to do my daughter's birthday. So there's cake. My oldest, she came back and we're doing cake real quick. Tug's gonna hold down the fort, right?
Okay. I'll keep rolling down through this part.
All right, cool. All right, I will be back.
Okay. All right. Actually, I always love it when stuff comes up with an actually. By the way, actually, there are memes about that. Let me see. I can actually control the stream here. I don't know if you've ever seen the actually memes though. I love this. So this is the actually meme. Check this out. Actually, give me a second. I gotta lock it in here. There it is. Well, actually, he's like, actually, Megan, for your own knowledge. I love it. I love that. I love it when people try to correct you, like on Twitter or something, and this pops up. Oh, it's so beautiful. He's the living embodiment of a meme. I'm going, actually, Megan. Okay, let me go back to where I was. Give me some second. I'm gonna lock in. Okay, there we are. Actually, there we are. That's against. You notice it's against the rules in a depo. Actually, well, if somebody wouldn't leave depots, it's really funny. This guy, since we're talking about his depositions. You remember the Shara deposition? This guy was so talented during those depositions that he decided that he was going to leave. he apparently left multiple times. Is that what a lawyer does? I'm trying to understand how lawyers should comport themselves in there, when representing their clients, because their job, if you do hire a lawyer, is to operate in the best interest. This guy, like I said, I've been laughing about it, but for real, if you have missed this somehow, it's one of the funniest things ever when he's talking about how people don't understand the courtroom and how it works. Again, this guy put in a motion to transfer the case to Gainesville. They're talking about the federal case. Okay. The judge comes back and he's like, well, we're still in Gainesville. That's where you are. I realize that you're lost. But he files and he also actually he did something in filings that is amazing. I've been working out something on it. We are going to have he wrecks himself. He catches himself in a bold-faced lie that the judge had noticed before. It's going to be epic on that. So when we're talking about courtrooms and how they work, actually, but she's ignorant and she's clueless about the most basic law and litigation concepts. Again, the most basic concepts are things like knowing where you're at in a courtroom. Again, if for some reason I get brought in somewhere and I don't realize that federal court is Gainesville because of the way it breaks up. Well, I'm not your lawyer. I'm not supposed to know that. I'm not supposed to put together a giant filing, like, what was it, 20 pages or so, right around that, trying to talk about the merits to having this switched over, just for, again, a judge to be like, yeah, no. He doesn't understand you could be sanctioned in a lawsuit. He thinks the sanction hearing, the idea that there could be sanctions for the thumbnail litigation, is a conspiracy theory. I mean, drink that in. That's what you've been told. It's not real. It can't happen. Okay. I mean, again, you have a hearing there. He keeps saying that's for summary judgment. That's not, and it lists on the docket itself. I'll pull that up. Again, they're still going. I was stunned to hear this. I was stunned because I figured after the fact, they would have corrected or tried to ignore that idea. That the thumbnail litigation actually has a hearing going on. Check this out though. So we keep hearing, for example, and we're talking about, again, the most basic concepts, like a concept, again, of sanctions. So a notice of hearing. They keep saying that this is a conspiracy theory. This isn't real. That it actually was about a summary judgment. But if you notice, the matter here tells you straight up it's about a motion for sanctions. So, I mean, when you're talking about basic law, he thinks that you can't get in trouble. Give me a minute.
I'm back.
All right. I was pulling up something real fast. We were talking about the concepts of law because he says that you're ignorant of the concepts of law.
Yep.
Well, he has the, again, they're still going. I'm shocked by this. Give me 1 minute. Here it is. I'm shocked that they still say that this is some kind of conspiracy theory, that this document here, they keep saying they've doubled and tripled down on saying that this document right here, it's actually about a motion for summary judgment. And it says on there that it's a motion for sanctions. So I don't know what to tell them. I'm just sitting back and laughing about it. By the way, you notice he keeps using the actually and stuff. I pulled this up for you. The actually meme.
Right.
Yeah,
Actually.
Yeah. So I pulled that up. There we are. Now with 20% more Rogaine.
God, he complains about me so much. It's so weird.
I mean, that's all these letters are anymore, and it's amazing. I think they're hilarious because they're so bad. But he's like, actually, that's against the rules of the depot. She's ignorant and clueless about the most basic law and litigation concepts.
No. That would be those people he sits on live streams with for 5 hours. Those are the people clueless about the most basic law and litigation concepts. Those, I will admit, I don't know everything there is to know, but I have a basic understanding of how the law works. Probably a more than basic understanding because I've sat in courtrooms over 20 years. He's been a lawyer for 26 years. I've been a court reporter for over 20 years. So, I come say, come sa. I know.
Well, this is the guy that put together, again, I realize that Stark's name is on the filing, but I mean, we all know who's really behind those filings. He's the guy that quoted a Florida statute saying you can't show the likeness and use somebody's name. I mean, look, gotcha. And at the bottom, at like 4A. So if you just scroll down a little bit, it's like, well, if it's a news broadcast, if it's public interest, you can do that. Actually. Oh Lord.
And also I do want to say that where is it? Wait, is it right? Did you get down to the Northport thing yet?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. All right. So we'll wait for that.
We're up at I'm at the top of the page too. What, you expecting me to move along fast? What the fuck is going on here?
I didn't.
This is my speed.
And anybody wondering why I'm streaming on my daughter's birthday is because she's 19 and she was out all night with her boyfriend anyway. So we were just doing cake. We're actually celebrating on Saturday. We're doing stuff on Saturday together. So just did cake tonight.
The kids, that's what we do,
Well, they're nice. When they're older like
when
this,
they're younger.
like she'd rather just be with her friends,
But when they're younger, they have stuff throughout the day. Usually on the weekend, you include like family or whomever, because it's a weekday. So,
right. I mean, we're taking her out to dinner on Saturday. So
she passes herself off as knowledgeable, thus miseducating her viewers. Medium smart. I mean, you did put that in the bio.
I did.
Right?
I did. I tell people all the time I'm medium smart. I don't always get it right, but I've gotten it right in this case more times than he has.
Right.
Wait, where's my avatar? My court prognosticator avatar has been working. I think I've only gotten one wrong so far. I predicted that I thought that the judge would add Bruce and Lisa and not the others. And I got it wrong. That was the one thing I got wrong. My prediction I got wrong. He's gotten 6 or 7 motions denied that I said were going to be denied. So
he said there was no case. We wouldn't be moving forward. This case itself would be gone. And
he also told these media people and betrayers, whoever he told, that the case was not meritorious. And he keeps saying that, and yet a federal judge has found it meritorious. It is going forward.
Yep. Yeah, that in and of itself is the statement that is meritorious. He finds some cause to move forward with. And a tortious interference case is so hard to get to move forward with.
Mm-hmm. It is very hard. And they got the tortious interference through and the defamation. So the conspiracy charge got dropped. But that's it. The rest is going forward. That's called a win for Jeremy Hales, and it is called meritorious.
Yeah, indeed. So. And the highest power in the court. Again, like you said, if they thought there was no merit whatsoever, they would have dismissed it. They would have never allowed this to go forward. And BBB gambled on that heavily, that they would be able to. I mean, again, this guy, I would say that he's gambled his reputation, but apparently, I mean, what reputation? Honestly. I mean, apparently all you got to do is slap on a little PR coding, go on a PR channel and just pretend you said something else. I mean, what the fuck? It's the weirdest thing. Only show partial depots, pretend that documents the part that you highlight. That's the only part that exists. I mean, it's amazing stuff.
It's crazy.
Yoga too. Watch the whole yoga depot video. It's emblematic of Megan's involvement in this story. You mean quirky and funny?
Yeah, like I don't know. Like it's so bizarre. It's just so bizarre.
It's an obsession. It rolls back to it. It's the biggest. He thinks he has a gotcha in it somehow.
And he really wants people to watch this, but yet when they watch it, people are gonna laugh because most people are normal, whereas Bruce is, there's something wrong with him, so he doesn't understand humor, or he pretends to not understand it.
There are channels.
Yes, absolutely, I encourage all of you to go and watch it, please. I'm not embarrassed of it. I'm not upset. It's on my channel. Like, please go and watch it.
So is he telling us when women do something aside from sitting in a chair that there's no merit to what they do? So you're telling me all of those, there's some really big channels that cover cases and talk about it while doing things like applying makeup.
Right.
There's some
I bet if I
big
did that,
ones out there.
oh my God, I'm going to do that next time. Oh
You
my
do your
God.
hair. You'd be like,
I'm going to do my
yeah.
makeup or my hair next time. And he will absolutely lose his mind. He will lose his freaking mind if I do that too, because this is what this is misogyny. That's what it is. Like when it comes, we've already discovered Bruce does not like women. He treats women very badly, including me. He has not treated the men in this case like anyone covering this case who's a man, whether it be Shizzy or Tug or anybody who's a man. He has not treated them the way he's treated the women in this case. He's come after Squid. He's come after Squid's parenting. He's come after me in these heinous ways, right? He treats legal assistants. He treated
that was something
Randy
else.
Shockett's legal assistant terrible. I mean, he treats women badly, like really badly compared to how he treats men. I'm totally going to do a makeup stream, and it'll make him go through the roof because he hates women and he hates how women are. I mean, and clearly he looks down on women for doing women things, whatever they are, whether it be yoga, not that men can't do yoga, but more women probably do it in the United States than anywhere, not. And hair, makeup, it would be hilarious. You did your makeup before during Depp Heard trial? No, I did with my bruise kit. I created bruises on my face. Remember?
It's
I bought a
amazing
bruise kit. And it looked amazing.
Well, he's done more advertisement for that yoga stream than you have.
I know.
That's what's amazing to me. Okay.
Maybe I should do my nails on one too. I could do my nails while I watch a deposition. It'd be funny.
Here's Northport. Megan has now taken the helm for quote unquote researching my client's past life years. Past life? That's kind of weird. Past life years.
No, I have not gone to a medium or anything. I know my avatar looks like I'm into that, but I have not gone to a medium to find out what she did in her past lives. But I have
researching her past life.
I have a feeling that might be something I should look into because she is such a character. Her past life might have been, I mean, for all we know, she could have been like a cat burglar or Napoleon himself.
Napoleon.
Remember, she named her turtle. Where's Napoleon? Turtle Napoleon. Maybe
she's riding around on it trying to conquer. That's what's happening. She's trying to conquer Otter Creek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she told people that she and John are running now they're going to run in the next election.
Oh, Lord.
She's trying to conquer Otter Creek. That's absolutely right.
Oh, man.
Think about it. She's kind of like Napoleon. She's small and aggressive. It's she's got really inflated ideas of what she can do.
She's trying to raise her own army. I mean, you have to feed
the
chickens.
She starts a land war in Russia. I'm going to be.
She's trying to. That's why the chickens don't get water and stuff. She's prepping them for the Russian environment. I get it now. It makes sense. Like my troops failed back in Russia when I was in my past life as Napoleon. They will be trained for everything. They grow their own coats. See, and you make them hard. No food, no water. Mm-hmm. That's it. I never knew that, man. That man, your research into their past life really has added some clarity to what I understand now. So. Research into her past life years before Northport, Florida, recruiting quote unquote moles who knew Preston to provide gossip and dirt that Megan broadcasts with no vetting.
Is this a joke? No vetting. First of all, it's not gossip and dirt. It wasn't a mole. My first source was Connie Bruni. She's a named source, Connie Bruni. She provided me with the evidence that she sent them a cease and desist letter. She provided me with the evidence of their attacks on her, of Lynette's attacks on her on Facebook. She had screenshots of all of it. Then I actually went to the page and found that the screenshots were still there. They were still there. I took them myself on the Northport City page. So how is that not vetting? I vetted the story that Connie Bruni gave me. John brought her up in his deposition, Connie Bruni. So this is, again, you know, the individual who wants $10,000 to tell the story doesn't have any of this information. He sat and listened to the Walrus lie to him that my sources are all anonymous. Connie Bruni is not anonymous. Her name is Connie Bruni. She also provided me with a video of her being accosted in a parking lot by, and she said John Cook was there, and Lynette admitted he was there. He wasn't on camera, but he was there with this guy that was screaming at her. She had absolute proof of these things. I showed you the video. I showed you the article that was written in the newspaper about Connie and about the fight that was going on between her and the person that Lynette and John were working for. And then they all talked about it on Facebook. So my sources are not all anonymous. One of my sources is at the moment anonymous. However, that source, the one who provided me with thousands of screenshots and gave me an interview, she is not going to be anonymous forever. She is willing to testify. And she also provided me with evidence that Bruce contacted her employer.
Yes.
She also provided me with evidence that she filed 3 bar complaints on Bruce.
Wow.
3 in 3 different states. She has this source is not going to be anonymous forever. And I have used unnamed sources before when I can prove, you know, when I look at and vet their information completely. I hate the word vet, actually. I never use that word. When I verify the information. And by the way, she just didn't want her name used currently. But that doesn't mean it's not going to come out because she's willing to testify. So good luck, you guys. Like there is no way that I'm going to put my reputation on the line by making things up. Those people actually said that I made it up. I made up the source. I have the receipts.
No. You brought up a key though. Okay. How do you go after a fake source? His job. How do you go after that and try to destroy their life? How is that done? Because we know for a fact that BBB, he went after a person's livelihood for talking about stuff. So again, I mean, if there's no vetting, nothing whatsoever, how does that work? And screenshots, again, we've been able to look at what she said quite a bit in the past, her own words. So again, how is that not vetting stories?
Yeah, it's crazy. These are just lies. And the fact that he has convinced somehow someone who claims to be a journalist of these lies, it should just show you that there has been absolutely no effort to look into or verify what Bruce is saying is true, because I could prove in seconds that it isn't true.
I've never had a quote unquote journalist ask me for $10,000 for my side of the story. Just gonna say,
nope.
I've never had that. So
me either.
Anyway,
I just would like to go on the record right now and say that I've never, ever, ever in my entire journalist career charged a person for a story that I told about them. Never, not once.
When you're effective, it's fascinating, because when you're effective, you get attacked. When you start looking at something, there's always going to be a pissed off party, always, because the things that you find are not going to favor one party. They aren't. You can sometimes find things that make 2 parties look shitty, but there's always a really, like you're talking about litigation here. Litigation, there's a party that legally is going to be right. Legally is going to be wrong, but there's also, even outside the legality portion, sometimes you can look at something and it's so egregious that you're like, yeah, that's that's an actual nightmare scenario. And that's what I feel like I've tripped into here. So
Yeah.
this week, she posted on her YouTube community page. I always hate suggesting. That means you didn't actually say the wording that they say you did. That my client's child has a fake feeding tube.
Okay, he read it wrong. That is absolutely not what it said. This is so false. I'm going to have to bring it up. We're going to have to bring up my community post. Let's look at it. Let's look at what it actually says, because this is false. I did not even insinuate that the feeding tube is fake. That is a lie. How do I find my community page? I don't even know how to do that. Let's see. If I go to my YouTube, go to, what do I do? Go to channel?
Go to your main landing page. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Across the top,
okay. I always do it on my phone, so it's hard for me to.
Yeah, it looks weird when you're not doing it.
It looks weird when you're not on your phone. Okay, so let me open this. Let me share this. Let me make sure there's nothing on here that okay. All right, present, share screen. This is really interesting information, and this is based on all of my research that I've done over many years into cases about medical abuse, which I absolutely understand is very overused by CPS, by the way. They call it Munchausen syndrome by proxy. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's a syndrome at all, because it couldn't be a psychological syndrome, because what psychological syndrome do you know of, Tug, that the only remedy for it is jail?
Indeed. It's a very bizarre one, isn't it?
Yeah, really bizarre, because like the only remedy for someone that they say has Munchausen syndrome by proxy is jail. So I think that that's a garbage diagnosis. I don't think you can diagnose anyone with Munchausen syndrome by proxy, which means what it is the abuse of a child through medical means. And I think it's just child abuse. That's what I think. I think that it's not psychological. I think it's just an abuser doing what abusers do. I prefer the term medical abuse.
Well, there was a party that
pretty rare.
There was a party that did bring up Munchausen's.
That
party, yeah, they are related in there to ye old BBB. They actually made a statement to it. So isn't that fascinating? The person that's gone in and mentioned this. I mean, there's been questions about it in super chats, but the party that went on record talking about it, they said CPS ran background checkers, state ran checks on my adoption agency, had FBI checks, and and they said my password. My mother was 35 years old and never lost my kids. She was found to have Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Her state.
Oh, who said that?
Yeah, one LP.
Ye old Lynette Preston?
Yes, indeed.
Interesting. Okay. She's the one who she talks about her family having Munchausen syndrome by proxy. But let's look at what I actually said. Feeding tubes are the #1 red flag for medical abuse. In Tarrant County, Texas, every single case prosecuted, the parent had a feeding tube placed. The existence of a feeding tube is not evidence that there's no abuse, but a giant red flag that needs to be investigated. The Ecosystem PR Hate Group wants you to believe the existence of a feeding tube in a child means everything is legit. That is historically inaccurate. HG might have the disorder, or she might just be a carrier of it without symptoms. The witness in Northport couldn't get confirmation and believed the records to be manipulated. It is a situation that needs more investigation because the red flags and questions are plentiful. Now, is anything in here suggest to you that I said the feeding tube is fake?
No, you said, in fact, you didn't say it was fake at all. You said that it can be a giant red flag. Mm-hmm. That's what that says.
Now, let's look at my sources here. Here is a story about Lacey Spears. The history, now they use the terms Munchausen by proxy, which I don't like. I think Munchausen by proxy is a stupid term. It's not a psychological disorder. I would prefer medical abuse. So I'm just going to say medical abuse. But here, red flags include Garnet Spears had a feeding tube for reasons that remain unclear. In medical abuse cases, the child frequently has a feeding tube or a central intravenous line that allows internal access to the body. All right, so there's one. Those with medical abuse often exhibit signs of pseudologia fantastica, compulsive lying, not necessarily related to the fake medical condition or other medical conditions. Spears told multiple stories, some tragic, that turned out to be untrue. Who does that sound like? You know how Lynette runs around accusing every man she knows of SA of children?
Accusing every person, period,
every
male
person,
or
yeah.
female, of something
including
horrible.
her own grandson and Lloyd and
the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's not just men. That's the wild part. It's anybody.
It's not letting me open this up entirely. Above this, I don't know why. I don't know why these it won't let me open it. There's like a full picture in here and I can't get it to go bigger. But up here, it was basically about how another red flag is going to the media for sympathy, setting up accounts on social media, asking for money. By providing false medical histories, perpetrators can hide their crimes, sometimes for years. And when making diagnoses, doctors rely on the information given by a parent or other guardian. They cannot stay constantly with the victim to observe symptoms. These are just art news articles that I pulled up. I don't know why this is acting like this. Why is this being so... Okay, I already read that one anyway. It doesn't matter. That's about the Tarrant County cases. Now, admittedly, I've done some research into Tarrant County, and their child services is horrific in Tarrant County. And I bet some of those cases were false accusations. No doubt. There's no doubt that CPS uses allegations of Munchausen syndrome by proxy specifically because it is impossible to diagnose. So you can just accuse anybody of having it if you're CPS and take their kit. That doesn't mean it never happens. Gypsy Rose, right? Gypsy Rose, that absolutely happened. Her mother was making her sick. That was a medical abuse case, a completely documented, 100% true medical abuse case. The same one in Australia that just happened. A social media influencer, like these family vloggers. Horrible story. This woman was poisoning her child through a feeding tube. Absolutely terrible. And it does happen. But that is not, in my opinion, it is not Munchausen syndrome by proxy because it's not a psychological disorder. And what kind of psychological disorder do you know of, Tug, that only affects women?
That's right. Actually, there's been the elimination of many psychological terms and many conditions over time because in the past they would just be attached to women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like histrionics or something.
Yes, histrionics, right? That's
hysterical,
that's
hysteria. That's what they would call it, right?
Yeah,
which was very misogynistic. And I still can. I absolutely believe that medical abuse is not a pathology. It is not a syndrome, but it does happen. It's very rare, but it's just something that abusers do. Abusers abuse, and they'll abuse any way they can, especially if they can profit off of it. And medical abuse brings a lot of profit because you can set up social media accounts and beg people for money for your poor, sickly child. And that's something that diabolical abusers do. Now, I'm not saying that absolutely for sure that's what is happening here. I'm saying there are red flags. There are a lot of red flags. I didn't say that there's a fake feeding tube. He's a liar. He talks about misrepresenting. He's misrepresenting what I said, and it's in writing. So, good luck with that.
Here's a Here's an interesting question, and one that never will be brought up, I'm sure. Ever. They will never bring this up because it's very inconvenient. If we're talking about claims and we're talking about the idea of great parenting and no red flags whatsoever, again, what about the screenshots? The screenshots, these freaking screenshots
that Bruce
here.
verified was
That he
real.
verified. I'm going to pull up the verification thing just so, again, they want to play this game of, oh no, everything's fake. Well, unfortunately for BBB, again, he did something that typically we would see an expert have to do. The idea of doxing old private messages. This was sent to the person that put that out there. How dare you dox those? How dare you show those? I'm sure he didn't talk about that. There's another thing that apparently when he was discussing this, he brought up his expert on the signs. He didn't talk about the background of said expert on the signs or how they can't participate in how many states now because of their lack of qualifications, or how they did interviews talking about how handwriting would allow them to tell you that you had trauma when you were 12 years old.
You're gonna laugh, but I was doing some research about that particular how that came to be. And on one of the streams, and it turns out that was their blindsided moment. That's remember blindsided?
Oh yeah.
So the handwriting expert that they hired, that was their blindsided project. And for weeks they were like, oh, blindsided is coming. Blindsided is coming. And when it finally got there, they thought they were being so cute by saying, Jeremy had a handwriting expert, and she's the top expert in some state. I don't remember which one. The leading expert in this state. Well, the walrus says, I did research. I Googled the leading expert in the whole United States. And to me, and they came up with this Kurt Baggett character who has been completely debunked and like humiliated and kicked off all these cases. And he calls himself the leading handwriting expert in the USA. It is just like a cafe that says they have the best cup of coffee in the USA.
I am the lead handwriting expert. I just say it enough, it becomes reality.
You can say that as for marketing. There's no rule. There's no law against you in marketing saying you have the best cup of coffee in New York. It doesn't have to be true. You don't have to have won an award that said you're the best. You have the best cup of coffee. It's just a thing people say to sell their product. And you can say the leading handwriting expert in the USA and totally be not even close. And they really believed that. They believed this guy's web marketing campaign. Yeah, the best slice of pizza in the world.
I hope to God they still plan on trying to put that into a court. I hope to God it comes up. I mean, I have said many a prayer hoping that happens. I will let you know, because you talk about a lack of research. That person's name, when I heard it, again, I got myself a drink, something to wake myself up, some caffeine. I pulled up like a biscuit or something, I can't remember. And during that, there was 15 minutes counting all of that, because I had looked at when I got up, and this includes like waking up, getting up, everything. 15 minutes from then, when I looked at my watch again, I had already found all of this information about him. All of these cases that he had been kicked off and everything.
His arrest. Like there's a criminal history.
I mean, that was one of the biggest bungles that I've ever seen.
It was so bad. It only took like 5 minutes to find it too. If you had just Googled his name after you Googled the leading handwriting expert in the USA, if you had then just taken the time to put his name in a Google search, you would have found all of the cases he's been kicked off of for being a fraud.
And they're bad. Like we covered that heavily. I hope to God, like I said, that they bring that back up, because I really, really want that to be part of a case. I mean, I don't want it.
They were
just to
so
be part
proud of themselves too. I'm going to send you the clip of that later so you can listen and laugh. They were so proud of themselves for that mindset, for that thing.
We sat on that for 2 weeks waiting because we wanted
painful.
to see. Yeah, it was so funny though. You talk about waiting for the long game. We wanted to see if they were going to go throw it into the case
like,
they were on right
Just
then.
let them file it. Let them file it.
Please God, let it happen.
You know, one of the things that LawTube is sometimes bad at when we cover these cases is that lawyers have a tendency, and sometimes I do too, and you do too, Tug, to tell these lawyers like Bruce where they're going wrong. We have a tendency to say, no, this is a mistake. And we shouldn't do it. We just let them make their mistakes.
Luckily, he doesn't listen, though.
That's true. But like,
did.
David Gingras was using all of us for his free research team. You know, he was using us to run his ideas about his defense, and we were poking holes in it constantly. And so he would just change his defense. You know, he was smart enough to hear the holes in it and then move, do something else.
Unfortunately for him, though, everything was a hole in it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's no way to make Laura Owen's story look
she's so bad.
Look good. That's like putting baby powder on a turd. Like, you just can't do it. It's not going to make any difference at all.
Baby powder on a turd. That's beautiful.
Well, it is.
Well, that proves, though. I mean, if you want to talk about damages, you want to talk about defaming someone publicly and doing damage. If they don't put that into the courtroom, what was the point of it? The point of it was to ruin Jeremy. And they put out this insane idea that he wrote those signs himself, and he wasn't even around to post these things. I mean, their conspiracy is just, it's whacked out stuff. Anyway, let's get back to that.
Vicky, what did I cut? I cut him off. Vicky says that's what Jeremy was trying to tell you, Megan, but you cut him off the other day. What I cut him off? Well, I cut lots of people off because I have a talking problem. But I have an ADD problem. I think he forgives me, though. What was he trying to tell me? The thing about Bruce that we were just talking about? Now I'm confused.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for BBB, again, anything that comes up that doesn't fit is a conspiracy theory, and he goes with the stupid anyway. So,
I know.
Might as well laugh at everything. Might as well let. Yeah. All right, let's pull this up here. Let me enlarge that. So, you want to scroll a little bit more?
Oh.
The existence of he put a quote there, so I didn't, because you talked about the whole community page, the whole community post. So the existence of a feeding tube is not evidence that there is no abuse, but a giant red flag that needs investigating. So that does not say.
It does not say that the feeding tube is, and in fact, it admits the existence of it. And I know, and I'm sure she has one because I've seen the feeding tube apparatus in the pictures from the police photos. And we showed that on a stream the other night. So I'm pretty sure she has one. I've never said I thought the tube was fake. No.
Look at this, threats to sue. RE threats to sue.
Oh, wait, the bingo card, you can now lawsuits,
Yep.
threats to, and we're probably going to get the I'm not suing you here in a minute.
Yeah, you can see it.
We just go ahead and check off I'm not suing you.
That's a lie. Threats to sue, but Megan has to keep repeating the lie as justification. The same as Tug. Look at his spin here to it, by the way. I have never threatened to sue her or him.
False, Tug. Pull up your letter right now. That's about
look
the
at his spin there, though. This is not a threat to sue, he says. I once guaranteed in writing by email not to sue if. Okay, the if there is if you don't comply is a threat to sue.
I'm going to. Yeah, and pull up your letter, the letter, Tug, about the thumbnail when he said that you could avoid the lawsuit if you would change the photos on your thumbnails. Remember? And then we did. We changed them, and one of them was the Gollum and something else.
The way he words it, like, again, he plays this game. Though.
This is a lie that he says that he didn't threaten to sue us. He absolutely did.
Well, he tells me that it's given rise to claims, which again, where did this go? It went to litigation. We know.
And then Larry got sued.
Yes. So he writes, the thumbnail of your July 20 video includes a photograph of my client, MP, which gives rise to claims under Florida Statute 540.08. I ask that you remove the photo without delay. And so it gives rise to claims. Now, what happens right after this? Sued. So,
and then it was absolutely a threat to sue.
Yes, it's 100%.
100%.
What a joke, man. What a fucking joke.
And then when he said to me, I will guarantee you will not be sued if you do these things. That is a threat to sue me if I don't stop whatever it is you're telling me to stop. He told me I couldn't continue coverage of this case anymore if I didn't want to get sued.
Well, remember, he's also the guy. I hope anyone researching this listens to this part right here. This is let me pull up the email just because this is so preposterous.
He wanted to stop my free speech. For the journalist out there who decides that he's going to cover this case, this man threatened to sue me to shut up my free speech, my right to cover this case.
This is even better. I mean, to tell you how he goes about this. Remember, nor am I, quote unquote, trying to have YouTube channels shut down. This is his writing. Writing one letter reporting Vet Nation's PR stunt and asking that they shut his channel down for it is hardly trying to get him shut down. What? What does that mean? He's denying in his own sentence the thing he just said. Holy God, I'm not trying to get him shut down. I'm just trying to shut his channel down. What? It's
crazy.
I mean, his own words. They're insane.
He's such a liar. Such a liar. And any journalist who believes this shit without doing their research is the real jokelist. That's the real jokelist. Someone who listens to this unhinged maniac. And I'm not going to sit down with him. If he gives me $10,000, I will. For $10,000, I think that's fair.
$10,000.
But I mean, why should I sit down with a guy who has threatened to sue me? Boy, would that be stupid? Would that be stupid to sit down with a lawyer, interview a lawyer who has already threatened multiple times to sue me? Remember when he came into my live stream, and I have a screenshot of this, and he said, "Be careful, Megan." Well, what do you think he means, be careful? He's a lawyer. What is he telling me to be careful of?
He means when you do those yoga stretches, you need to be careful.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he is saying. He's saying, be careful because I have a law degree. I will sue you. That's what it's a threat.
Oh shit! I thought it was a lull degree. My bad, dude.
A lull degree. Yeah, a lull degree.
My bad. I thought he got a PhD in law.
Probably from the University of Samoa. I don't know.
But he says that I once guaranteed in writing by email not to sue if they would cease their coverage that contributed to the cyber stalking of my private clients. That's a free pass no. That is a threat to sue. You piece of garbage. Absolutely a threat. She apparently...
cyber stalking. Go to your bingo cards.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
bingo cards.
That one.
Gosh, I still don't have bingo. I can't believe it. Did he say mac and cheese? I feel like he said mac and cheese. No?
Mm-mm.
Dang. All right.
I'm shocked that hasn't come up.
Me too.
It's because he's obsessed with his other favorite subject, Megan Fox.
Wait a minute. He just said that's a free pass in writing. Well, what happens if I don't take the pass?
Yeah, it's the if.
Yeah. It's implied.
It very much is. She apparently didn't understand the legal effect of such an email and felt it was the opposite of what it was. An actual threat to sue if she didn't stop. Wait, that's a threat to sue? Holy shit. He just said he's threatened to sue.
No, he's saying I thought it was the opposite of what he said. I thought it was an actual threat to sue if I didn't stop. That is how I read it because that is what it said. He just saying the opposite.
That is what it is.
It is a mathematical equation. A plus B is the same as B plus A. You
He's
know,
saying
like
exactly what it is. He tells you that is what it is. It is an actual threat to sue if you don't stop. If you don't stop covering this, it says, I won't sue you if you cease your coverage. So
Right.
again, by implication, the if. Okay,
if,
well, if I
that's
don't do
A
that,
plus B equals B plus A. It is not, you cannot get around that. It
oh my
is what it
God.
is. And I mean, he's gaslighting. He's gaslighting. Oh
Glue
God.
sniffing, man. This is some glue sniffing shit. How many paint chips do I have to eat to think like this? I'm just wondering. How many Tide
More
Pod
than we have
challenges do I have to
ingested, I'll
fail? I mean, anyway. No, I don't know. So of course she didn't stop, and choosing to instead choosing to quadruple down, starting with
quintuple down.
oh my bad, quintuple down. Man, what's up? You know, done more than quintuple.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about. I think he's talking about implied babies. You know?
Quintuplets.
Yes.
You know, look, here's the thing about me. You got to know. If you want to tangle, if you want to go, I will go. We will go. I don't give up. I don't acquiesce, and I don't give in. So you are never gonna threaten me and see me back down. You're never gonna do that. I have never done it ever in my whole life in any situation. And ask my parents, ask my dad how easy it was to raise me. Very difficult. This is the way I was born, baby. I don't back down from a fight. So if you want to fight, we're going to go. Choose your weapon. I'll meet you at dawn.
Indeed. I don't respond very well to threats, you know. But you started with F off, Bruce.
That's right. Fuck off, Bruce. Fuck off. That's exactly my response. And I'm not ashamed of it. Fuck off. If you're going to threaten me, that is the response you're going to get. Sue me or shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. Listen to this conspiracy is insane.
We
need
crazy.
Both sentences to this.
You have evidence that this is completely insane.
Megan wants to be sued because she knows by now that it's litigation that generates the compelling content, that gets the bigger view numbers than other topics, and that's money. Hale's told her and showed her it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely not.
So he's writing people, though,
Absolutely
and saying
not.
that Jeremy Hales is writing people like yourself and saying that it's worth it to be sued.
Yeah, how does he know that? When did Hales tell me and show me that it's worth it? Where's this information coming from?
Where's the proof
By the way,
of that?
I'll tell you what my understanding is of my knowledge of what Jeremy's going through. I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
No.
I'm not going to tell you what private conversations that I've had, but with him, because that's private. But I will tell you that this is, and he puts on a good front. You know, Jeremy puts on a good show that he's okay and that everything's fine, but this has affected him and George in terrible ways. And if you think he wanted this to happen, that he enjoys this is happening, it's absurd. And it will be proven in court how much this has affected him. That will be proven in court. And me wanting to be sued, that is absurd. I hate lawsuits. I hate them. I like covering them, but being a part of a lawsuit, unless I'm the one doing the suing, if I'm suing a board or something, I enjoy that. If I'm suing a government board because they violated my free speech rights or whatever, I enjoy that. If I like holding people accountable, especially government officials, I enjoyed Wauwatosa very much. In that case, yeah, I did enjoy that. I do not enjoy being sued. I have been sued before. And I hated every second of it.
You know, if
I will monetize the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I will hitch it. I will hitch you to a plow. Like you said, you will plow my fields. I will monetize it because I have the platform to do it.
Yeah.
But that is not how I want to make that's not how I want to make my my living, is by being sued. That's insane. No one wants to be sued. No one. And I have, how many times have I told you, Tug, about trying to avoid a suit here?
Oh yeah, we had conversations about that. You know, there are even conversations about, is it worth it? And it always comes back to absolutely. But I mean, there are, because there are days when, especially when the threats were the loudest, you know, and the nastiest, you know, when they were new and fresh and you hadn't heard them 100 million times and become hardened to that. But right there, it's like, my God, man. And a lot of people,
I was really scared they were going to try and film me or my
They were gonna
family at my house when they were
Yeah.
trying to serve me, which is why I lost sleep over that. I had horrible
Mhm.
anxiety over that. My children, my family, my space here in my house, this is not don't come to my house. And I had to tell him, I had to notify him that I will accept email service so that they can't pull that shit on me. I will accept email service from him. So if you're going to sue me, send it to me on email. I will take it. That is binding. That's legally binding, and he has to do it. He can't just try and serve me now for his ecosystem to have content. You want to talk about somebody who does shit for content? It's him. You don't see
Well,
me
he said
suing.
that. It's all about his mac and cheese thing. Remember, that is about getting out there and having content. Ultimately, picking up on this self-service. He himself said that.
Yep.
So
He said it was for raising his profile.
Yep.
I've got the audio clips of him saying it. Yeah, sometimes Alfie says you have to go through a lawsuit, but it is painful. It always sucks, even if you're 100% right. It's always stressful. It's awful. Listen, when I got sued the first time, when I got sued by that library, I had a panic attack. Like, I had to tell my husband, we had nothing at the time. We were sharing a car. I was like, how am I even going to tell him this? He's going to be devastated. It was awful. And I got very lucky because we were so right. And what we were doing was completely protected by the First Amendment and satire and parody. And because of that, and because we do not defame people, because I never defamed anyone, but we were doing the exact same thing that we're doing here, making fun, ridiculing, mocking, telling jokes, making memes, same thing. Our lawyer at the time, who was helping us with FOIA issues, had a friend at Kirkland Ellis, and he showed them the lawsuit, which was ridiculous. And Kirkland Ellis set up a meeting with us and immediately took the case pro bono. If I had not had that, free lawyers from badass Kirkland Ellis, no less, it could have bankrupted me. And now back then, I didn't have the kind of platform that I have now.
Yeah, you
I
can
was
go on
very
and be like,
small.
"Yo, by the way." Yes, indeed.
I was very small. I was pretty much on my own. I had like, I don't know, 5,000, maybe 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Like, it was a small group. I couldn't have raised the kind of money that I needed to pay for lawyers like that. Now, however, I will absolutely raise that money that I need to defend myself, and I will absolutely monetize every filing. But I do not want to be sued. You hear me, Bruce? I do not want to be sued. Just stop telling these ridiculous lies.
Remember, no means no, right?
Yes. I do not consent to being sued by you, Bruce.
I don't consent to you touching me.
You're going to keep your fingers to yourself. touching me. Ew.
Gross.
You're absolutely right, chat. Connor does need a wrench. I need to get him one right now. You're absolutely right. Hold on. How do I do that? Where's my YouTube studio? I have too many windows open again. Oh no. Hold on. I have to move things around so I can see. Connor, say something in the chat so I can find you. And I will wrench you.
I'm gonna wrench you, boy.
I shall bestow the wrench of honor upon you, Connor. That rhymes. I'm like Johnny Cochran all of a sudden. Why is the chat flying so fast all of a sudden? And I can't see him at all. There he is. Okay. Add as moderator. There you go. All right, don't ban anybody, Connor. You don't have to actually do mod
Yeah,
things.
you don't have to. You don't have to be a mod.
It just identifies you as the actual Connor Harrison. So you do not have to actually do any modding. You are not. This is not a job. You do not have to do anything, but just be yourself. Whoops. Was that the? What was I doing? Oh, I have to go back there and make it bigger.
We were reading a document.
We were reading. Okay.
Yes,
professional.
That's what they call it. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, and then this is defamatory. Hales has told her and showed her that it's worth it. I can tell you right now that's unequivocally totally untrue. He has not told me that it's worth it. He has not showed me that it's worth it. He has everything he has told me is consistent with what is in the lawsuit, that he has lost not only professional relationships, but revenue from different platforms, revenue from Olight, revenue from, and Olight there was quite a lot of revenue. Whatnot. They're interfering with his Whatnot business. To the other night, something went for $100,000 that of course was unpaid. I mean, they're hijacking his Whatnot auctions, and this is all because of the incitement that is happening through the ecosystem, the anti-What the Hales media ecosystem created by Bruce. Jeremy has shared that they're stressed, they're anxious, they have concerns about their security. They can't even get together with their fans anymore. What a way to live, right? He has not shared anything with me other than how hard this has been on them and how awful it is and how it has damaged his YouTube presence. It's damaged his reputation. No, he doesn't. This is crazy. Do you know how much money he spent on lawyers? He's losing money. This is not making money for him.
It's an insane amount of money.
But you know who is making money? The anti-Hales media ecosystem for the first time in their whole damn lives. They've never made any money on YouTube. Now they're making
I'm going to build
money.
my house based on Jeremy Hales. It's craziness. Fucking insane. Yeah. And meanwhile, you can see in their own chats right here. I got banned from Whatnot. Yay, goal accomplished. Oh, there's goals out there, really, and objectives? Huh. So all these denials, all of this pretend that they're not doing this stuff, and yet, they understand. They have goals and objectives. They want to destroy somebody else's business.
Paula, who's TT2? What's TT2? They're also trying to do the same to Travis. Travis doing Tubetown 2. Travis video today said they're saying they are going to contact the owners of land that Tubetown 2 is going on. Well, I don't know who owns the land. Wouldn't it be Jeremy's land? It's not Jeremy's land.
They're going after anything that they can, though, to do damage with that. Again, they're going to contact, going to do this, going to do that. You just keep proving that you stalk this man. Again, I do not understand for the life of me how somebody can go in, install cameras outside of the person that property that's on, pay for a service, monitor the cameras, pull up pictures, use them, and that not be considered fucking stalking. How is that not a violation of orders? Because you're bringing in another party. Again, people need to read protective orders.
I'll tell you what else. That third party thing you're talking about. I don't think there's any way that is not going to be brought up again in the Ohio court when Lynette brought in not only Bruce, but all these other ecosystem people to literally go after him and harass him every day online, every day, every day, hours and hours and hours. How many hours do they have by now logged into this? 1,000? All they do is talk about Jeremy Hales. That's all they do. And they're making wild allegations. He ran over dogs. We don't know whose dogs. We don't know when. We don't know who said this, that he got fired from a church. Well, where's the proof of that? That he was, I think they said something like, I don't know, embezzlement or stealing or where's your proof? Where are your receipts? They make these wild.
They went off the property, with Lynette Preston with the intent to canvass his neighbors, hoping to spread malicious bullshit. They went online and spread malicious bullshit while going in person and saying, again, God knows what. We know that's where they were like, oh, dogs, all of that. Meanwhile, you know, and a lot of that is deflection because you hear a story about 2 dogs. I know Shara mentioned something. Then suddenly there's a story about Jeremy. They're like, we'll show you some proof later on. But suddenly there's a story about 2 dogs they cover. It's like, you know, if you say the thing enough, maybe you can deflect this other person and the claims away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. All of his own actions, I gotta get back to the right point, that abusing and exploiting litigation is the linchpin of the entire content generation enterprise, using helpless victims' lives for their stories.
The bingo card says elderly, disabled. I didn't put helpless.
Oh, man, damn.
All right. But you know what? Exploiting litigation, Jeremy's filed 1 lawsuit.
Yes.
In federal court. How many lawsuits has Lynette filed? Let's see. She filed a frivolous harassment order, which she dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
And then she also behaved very badly, didn't show up for a deposition, didn't provide discovery, like screamed at people, yelled over the judge, like interrupted, like ridiculous. She dismissed that. Then she files 2 more frivolous lawsuits about the Trespass 5 and the thumbnail litigation. Now, the thumbnail litigation, they have voluntarily tried to dismiss, and they are facing sanctions for bringing it. So who here is the only party facing sanctions for bringing litigation? Anyone? Oh, that would be Bruce and his client.
Also, we read the thumbnail litigation, and we read the Trespass 5 again. The Trespass 5 is one of the most insane documents I have ever freaking read.
I know. I need to read it again because it's been a while.
Oh my God. You need to read it live because you'll have my reaction when I read, I was like, what? Because you know so many things now that contradict so many items in that. When you remove from it, when we read it at first, it was just shockingly horrific. But now it's even worse. Anybody that reviews cases that reads that and tells you that somehow that has merit, holy crap, are you kidding me? You know, but she's fully on board. You're fully on board, Megan.
I'm fully on board. Not with whatever it is that he's saying here. I'll tell you what I'm fully on board with. I'm fully on board with exposing LMNOP plus R. She's now LMNOP plus, like LGBTQ plus. I've been informed. LMNOP plus R. I'm fully on board with exposing the string of destructed people and families that this woman has left in her wake. I have already spoken with several of them. I have done an interview with one of her victims. I can't go into much detail about it. I don't want to tip her off about who I spoke to, but let me just say that the tale of this person is so horrific. It is so bad. I would not be surprised if it got its own movie one day, all by itself.
Oh my God, this should have something amazing to it.
Yeah, and that's going to be, at some point I have to be careful with it because listen, people are scared of her. The people in her past, the people that she's done these things to, they're very scared of her. As you heard Samantha and Ashley when we talked to them on Tug's channel, Samantha and Ashley, when they were very, open about how she continues to come after them and their children over and over and over again. Remember that, Tug, when they were talking about how she was trying to get their children taken away by CPS, weaponizing this state against Samantha and Ashley to get their children. These are things, she took her other daughter's children and then CPS took them away from her. She took Michelle's children and CPS took them away from her for abuse allegations. And we don't know who was the one accused of abuse. She says it was John. We don't know what the CPS records say. I don't know what I believe from, if anything, that she says. But we do know that according to her and her family members, those children were taken away from her. We know that Ashley was taken away from her. The people that she has done these things to, a lot of them are scared of her because she doesn't give up with her harassment campaign against them. Years and years and years of harassment that she is reported to have done to people over her entire life. So think about how many people that is.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's amazing when you start looking at people that are accused of things and everything else, everyone that, that has stories. How many have positive, proper stories? How many haven't been accused of something horrendous? Like that's the point I've gotten to. How many people that are left from years, like how many of them have something positive to say?
I haven't had anybody contact me to tell me anything positive about Elemental P plus R.
See, that's the strange thing, man. But this is my favorite part. Megan won't face me.
I don't even know what that means.
What's on your channel?
Oh, right. Well, listen, once you start threatening me with lawsuits, you don't get to face me, unless it's in a court and there's a bailiff there. That's the only way that I'm ever going to be face to face with Bruce. There will be police officers involved and there will be a judge and I will have security. I'm not getting anywhere near him and he will not be on my channel. I will not be interviewing him. And for anyone criticizing me about not interviewing this man who has lied about me, who has basically harassed me, stalked me on my channel, like refuses to stop contacting me when I've asked him to stop, contacted all of my friends. God, for all I know, he may be contacting family members of mine. I don't know. But I will tell you what, if you think I should talk to a person who does that, there's something wrong with you. Something worse than asking for 10 grand to cover a court case. There's something terribly wrong with you if you think that I should sit down with a man who is threatening to destroy my YouTube channel, writing to YouTube, trying to get it taken down, striking me with false DCMA strikes.
Just to release it because he knew it was fake.
Right. You have to be crazy if you think I'm going to sit down with a guy like that. He has acted in bad faith from the very second he came into this case. He has been in bed. When he contacted me, he already knew what he was going to do. And I know this because one of the lines in the first email he sent to me was, I would really like to know how you came to write about the Hale story on PG Media. And by the way, that line he has repeated multiple times about how he just can't wait to find out how I decided what went into me writing about it on PG Media. He was already planning on suing on behalf of Lynette. He was trying to get me to talk to him, right? So that he could set me up for whatever it is he's going to do. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give him
He's the perfect example of what happens when you treat
right?
this man with good faith. I mean, look, he praised Veteran Nation. He said on that live, for all he complains about what happened on that live stream, he sat backstage. First, he had a conversation. Then he was telling him how great he was and everything else. He goes backstage. He comes back. Again, he tells him, oh, yeah, this was great. We can do this again. And then you find out he's been trying to take his entire channel down.
Yep. And that's exactly what he would have done. Now, listen, I don't like David Gingras very much. I think he's a pretty terrible lawyer, but I have reached out to him multiple times for comment. I've asked him for permission to do stuff. I've communicated with him. I've asked him questions that he hasn't answered. But you guys know this. I made a musical out of our emails back and forth. Bruce is not the kind of person I would do that with. What I can say about David Gingras is, as much as he is a blowhard and unlikable, he is not. I think he is not serious about his lawsuit threats, right? I think he is
he's bloviating.
He's totally bloviating. Yeah, he's not going to sue anybody. But he has been at least professional enough to answer some questions and give a response when asked for. Bruce, on the other hand, has come in like I don't even know, in bad faith. In bad faith, I'm not going to deal with somebody like that. I'm absolutely not. Say anything you want about David Gingras, but he appears to me to be somebody who is trying to do his best for his client. Now, he's doing a terrible job of it. He has harmed her case. He has harmed her case more than he's helped it. But I think he did believe and does believe he's doing everything he can to help her. Bruce, on the other hand, I believe from the very beginning is doing everything he can to help himself. That is a totally different situation. I have no obligation to talk to him. None at all. And by the way, the offer to talk to Lynette has always been open on this program.
Yes.
We have asked, we have said we are open to talking to Lynette on this program. I will interview her. I will listen to her story, but Bruce is not allowed to be on.
Yep.
She is not allowed to bring him on. I will absolutely talk to her. And one of the only reason why I didn't reach out to her when I first wrote the story on PJ Media, and I never named her, by the way, because it was about the judge. It really wasn't about her. The reason I didn't reach out to her is because at the time, Jeremy was under a temporary restraining order that was so overbroad that he could have been arrested for me reaching out to her, because she could say that I was a third-party contact that found out about her through him. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I couldn't reach out to her, and I wrote about that in PJ Media because of that terrible order of the judge.
Yeah, that said you can't even do your job.
Yeah, I couldn't even do my job. It's a really weird thing. And then by the time the order was dismissed, we've put the offer out there for Lynette to come on the show. I will absolutely have her on. She wants to talk about it. She wants to answer my very direct questions that I have. I'm happy to have her here, but not with Bruce. He's not allowed.
Well, he also says things like, she's a cyber stalker for profit.
That's defamatory.
Yeah, indeed.
Prove it.
Yeah, indeed. And she's riding the what the hell's bad neighbor gravy train.
Bingo.
All the way to derailment. Man, we should have put a train in there.
Ah, damn. I don't have bingo, but bad neighbors, you can. Oh, let's see. Bad neighbors, you can check off. I still don't have bingo. She's riding the what the hell's bad neighbors gravy train all the way to derailment. He's using our groupie cash train metaphor.
That is so funny. He's so mad about it. It's just so much butthurt. It's butthurt about money. It's butthurt about yoga. But ultimately, all of it boils down to butthurt about not being allowed on your show because you didn't talk about mac and cheese.
Uh-huh.
So he found a way to make everyone uncomfortable.
Well, speaking of uncomfortable, we've been here for 2.5 hours.
Oh,
I need to get through some of these super chats.
I've got a doctor appointment in the morning, so I must jump off here.
Well, I hope that I hope everything's fine and you get a clean bill of health.
Me too. I'm hoping so. But I mean, everything should be good to go. We're golden, so
good.
We should be good to go. But I do have to be. I have to drive freaking, almost an hour and a half in the morning. So yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. But anyway, I'll jump. I'm thinking I will have my live stream, or I'm planning on it. But again, with trips like that, you just never know how the day goes. So we'll see. But I'm planning tomorrow, and it should be a good one. So anyway, I'll leave you here. That was a fun read, by the way, Megan.
All right. Good night, Tug.
See ya.
Bye. All right. Let's see. All right, hang on. I got to reply to BK real quick. She's in my email. Please hold. Where's my hold music? Okay. That is done. All right, let's see here. Auntie Audie gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den, all 5 of you who got those. I am thrilled that you are here. It's a little weird here, but I think you'll get used to it. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. Good, great. They start late, and she's still late, just like a woman. I know. I'm sorry. Jeffrey Montgomery, thanks for the 2. How about that Florida, Missouri, Texas, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee weather? Yeah, it's crazy, right? Tanya K. Judd, thanks for the 5. My notification just fell down. Wait, it never came up. Oh, that's right. It's Jeremy's fault. Blame Jeremy. Right. Oh, we should have checked that off too. Did we check that off the bingo card? I don't remember. L. Lou gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks for the memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den, all 5 of you. It's weird here, and if you don't like it, you can rage quit, but don't forget to send me a ragey email on your way out. Victoria Whitfield, thanks for the 10. Breadsticks and dip, welcome back. Missed you. Well, I missed you too. Stacy R., member for 3 months. You're so grounded. LMAO loves you, lady. GTSY, good to see you. I'm so bad at these acronyms. Thank you, Stacy. Angel Parent Perez, member for 4 months. Good to see you both. It's good to see you too. Carol Welch, thanks for the 5. Thank God you're back. I was having withdrawals. Seriously. Aw, that's sweet. Chris W., thanks for the New Zealand 5. Breadsticks money for Megan. Thank you very much. Melissa Rusnak became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here. But there are animal noises, and you'll get used to them. They're not that scary. Max Lab, happy birthday. Thanks for the 2. The Expert sent a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much. Angel Perez, thanks for the 5 super sticker. Fallen Hero 4567 gifted a membership, and so did Diane G. 5 memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den, all of you who got those. It's weird here. We talk about hair, but you'll get used to it, and you might pick up some tips along the way. Mr. Sega, thanks for the Canadian $4 super sticker. Appreciate you. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. The Expert lied. The Expert didn't lie. Jones Sclafani, thanks for the 10. Garlic breadsticks for the vampire haters. They do squeal like vampires hit with holy water when you send breadsticks. They hate it so much. Teresa Finn, writer chick. The Fox is back. 7 months of laughter, breadsticks, and weirdness. Yay. I don't care if they say you've lost your way. I'll find you and bring you back. Member for 7 months. Thank you for being here for 7 months. I appreciate you, Teresa. Taz Invader, thanks for the 5. There's someone actually scummier than Bruce? That's effed up. I know. It's weird, right? I'm starting to question my ability to to pick friends. Susan Way, pronounced Way. Thank you for saying that because I always forget. Thanks for the 5. We support you both. Well, I support you too. Teresa Finn, thanks for the 5. Megan, you're loved and appreciated and very respected. Never forget that. The haters can only dream of being as awesome as you. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. I do try to work hard at it every day. I do want to earn your respect by showing you receipts, by being truthful, by being honest, and by giving you a good show and being entertaining and doing funny yoga once in a while. Is that too much to ask for? Rogue Mama, thanks for the 2. We disavow the douchebag. Disavow. Pumpkin Farm, thanks for the 5. I think you were just too nice to most people. I've learned to appreciate you, by the way. I just lost my 17-year-old 4-legged baby. Oh, no. That's 2 of you in one day. And I am too nice to people. That's true. I've learned that. But, it's funny. So Jeremy and I are having the same problem. We help people. And some of those people that we help decide that it's a good idea to put a knife right in our backs for helping them, even after helping them and admitting that we helped them. It's amazing how that happens. And it's too bad. It's really sad because it will make people like Jeremy, who loves to help people, and me, who loves to help people. It will make us think twice before doing it. It will certainly make me close my circle of friends much tighter. Oh God, I can't even say that without getting very sad because Jeff was my circle. He was my circle, and he's gone. And, this just all happening at once is just really hard to take. It's really hard to take. Luckily, this person, that is at issue was not in my circle. It was just on the periphery, someone that I knew and was nice to, because in some ways I felt sorry for him. And I think if you have seen it, why. Or if you've read anything that he's written, you would know why. Yeah. Momo, whoa, thanks for the 5. What did I tell Rogue Mama yesterday or today? I have a soft spot for retards. I don't know what to tell you. I just do. And I need to stop that. I need to recognize that people are not right and let them go. Momo, whoa, thanks for the 5. I questioned that ass a couple of weeks ago when he was in Two Fleas. Misbehaving, thanks for the 2. Welcome back. Magnificent. We missed you. Oh, thank you. I missed you too. Misbehaving, thanks for the 2. Remember, well-behaved women rarely make history. That this is also true. Terry, American Woman Thrifter, thanks for the 2. Tug sent you an important email. Vagal 61. Was that message for Vagal 61? I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2. BBB probably got stuck on Downward Dog. Julie Berry, thanks for the 2. Appreciate you. K-Dubs, thanks for the 5. I believe BBB was frustrated because the ladies didn't pop out when you were upside down. Maybe. Rickles 64, thanks for the 5. He had a life-threatening injury due to yoga when he sprained his nose. It is very crooked. I thought it was because he probably got hit in the face multiple times for saying something to the wrong person. For just being himself to the wrong person. Marcus King, thanks for the 10. He's just mad that you made more money on your yoga stream than Bubbles makes on his streams. He doesn't make anything on those streams. I don't know why he sits there for hours and hours. Again, Pumpkin Farm, thank you for the 100. I appreciate that. Bonnie Heron, thanks for the 2. Get some yoga goats to jump on your back. LOL. Misbehaving, thanks for the 2. Yoga pose, the tilted tug. Appreciate you. Marcy Cruz, thanks for the 100 to the real ones with credibility and integrity. Love you both, Megan and Tug. Mug. Love you too. Silhouette 1, thanks for the Canadian 2. You need to finish the BBB musical. LOL. Yes, and I'm working on that. Terry, American Woman Thrifter, thanks for the 5. I've tried to send you both an email, but they're not going through. Email again, please. I think I will put it up on the screen. There you go. All right, it's on the screen. Oh, I lost my place. There we go. Sergeant Mom 2, thanks for the 5. Sims 4 fitness pack includes yoga. Oh no, I have to buy another pack? God, what a bunch of grifters they are over there. Used to be younger, thanks for the 5. When you started this story, did you ever imagine it would turn into this mind-blowing mess? No, I did not. I had no clue. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. Jay's tats are free roaming too. Free the breast. Tanya K. Judd, thanks for the 2. BB Bingo. That would have been funnier. That was funnier. Karaoke Nut, thanks to the 5. Ask Jeremy if you could do a yoga stream from the ranch house. Taz67 Invader, thanks to the 2. Bingo Hales, yeah, laughing my butt off. John Stuber, thanks for the 10. Your Honor, Megan destroyed her semi while listening to my client's depot. She hit 3 cars. LOL. That's funny. Ellie Fan, thanks for the 2. Bingo Yoga Money. Nice. Kirby Johnson, member for 2 months. I thought professionals would be more prepared. Yeah. We had problems today. SF, thanks to the 2. Bribery for more yoga depots. Ellie Fan, thanks for the 5. Q, how does Darth Vader like his toast? A, on the dark side. That's funny. Mistrust Loon, thanks to the 5. 2 a.m. Tug will be in the bathroom and the brain light will come on and he will remember whatever it was he wanted to say. Ellie Fan, thanks to the 2. Boomer Bingo. Yep. Sue Scat, thanks for the 5. BBB, the lefty, thinks if he says it enough, maybe someone will listen, like AOC. K-Dubs, gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Welcome to the Fox Den. All of you who got that, say thanks to K-Dubs. Ellie Fant, thanks for the 5. They are running for city council. Let the criticism prevail. Yeah, boy, for people who want to be private individuals, why the hell are they running for office again? Yvonne Chavez, thanks for the 5. JH said today that LP running for OC council seat again. Yep. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. Breadstick money to make the haters mad. Anna Nowakowski, thanks for the 5. That's his big problem. You're making money and he can't make any breadstick money. Yes, they really are jealous of the breadsticks. Bunsen Rockenstone, thanks for the Canadian 2. I'm going to sign up for gratuitous yoga. Cynthia Miller, thanks for the 10. How can you show compassion for someone who lies so much? That's a good question. Catherine Imhoff, thanks for the 5. Not 50. Darlene Mann. Yeah, guys, watch out on your super chats. Watch your fingers because they are non-refundable. Like there's nothing I can do to return it. Like nothing. I can't do it. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. So that has to be taken care. You have to take care of that with your, with your bank or whatever, or card or whatever. Darlene Mann, thanks for the Canadian 5. BBB is so desperate to be relevant. Lindy Scent Pads, thanks for the $5.99. No Starbucks in the area. Even the nearest McDonald's is 30 minutes away. So here's some breadstick money to make the haters mad. Lots of love from France. Did you guys hear that Steak and Shake went to all beef tallow for their fries? I'm so excited, but the closest one to me is 3 hours away, unfortunately, but I can't wait to try it. I really want to. The next time I go on a trip, I'm going to Steak and Shake. All of you who live where there's a Steak and Shake, would you promise me by February, they said they would have beef tallow in all their locations. Would you please make sure you tell me how you liked them? I'm dying to know because it's going to be a while before I get some. Marilyn Leos, thanks to the 5. Love the way you call him a dumbass. Well, yeah. It's like I wish I had the button on my deck when Laura goes, Steve called me a dumbass. Like she's the one. She and Lynette need to get together. They really do, because they're perpetual victims that think that no one can make fun of them. No one can point out the ridiculous things that they do. Teresa, Minnesota, thanks for the 5. Don't do just makeup, but do a clown makeup stream. That might be funny. Erg New Zealand, thanks for the $8.99. Free the hamster from Harm Fund. If any left, grab some breadsticks. Emma Washington, thanks for the 5. Douchey hates women that have their own minds and make their own choices. It's weird. I don't know why he hates women so much, but he sure treats women badly that I've seen. In my experience, he treats women very badly. Misbehaving, thanks to the 6. Basic bitch Bruce hates women as much as we hate him, but there are so many more of us. It's true. The Silverleaf member for 2 months. You should read the Depot while shaving your legs. Love everything you do. Oh my God. That would be funny. But I would not want to give him that kind of content. I feel like he would like that too much. L. Lou, thanks for the 10. Just want to say how thankful I am for you both, reporting truth, laughs, and distraction when needed the most. Not just for myself, for everyone in both chats. Thank you. Thank you, Mug. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. BBB had to send away for a Russian bride because no self-respecting woman wants a sniveling ambulance chasing Lolyer. Allegedly, we don't know if that's true. It sounds like a rumor to me. I don't think that that's true. Lawanda Lavarnway, thanks for the 10. Be careful, Megan. If you look more beautiful than you are now, Bruce will be on your doorstep with flowers asking you out on a date. You don't want that. No, I do not. Christina G, thanks for the 5. CPS thought a mother was faking her daughter's complex regional pain syndrome and accused the mom of Munchausen by proxy. So many woman targets. Yes, the Maya Kowalski case, perfect example. I've never said that CPS doesn't do this and do it falsely. They do. But I also have never said that medical abuse never happens. I've never said that. It does happen. And what's unfortunate is that CPS is so bad at detecting the real cases. They go after people who don't do it. They go after people who are not medically abusing their children. And then they leave the ones where they are getting abused. They leave them, as we have seen in many cases. It's very upsetting the way that our child welfare leaves children who are at risk in dangerous places. AJ Frund, for example, from Illinois. Many children we could name. I mean, I don't have time to go over all of them. Tracy Wilden, thanks to the 5. JH said today, LP and JC are going to run for council again with the Meeks and Don. Yeah, I know. I heard. Cynic in Chief, thanks for the 2. Megan, you're screwed if B3 contacts Robert Barnes. What? Robert Barnes will watch that yoga stream and laugh his ass off. You know Robert was my attorney in Wauwatosa, right? I encourage Bruce to contact Robert Barnes. Go for it. He will also laugh at you. Cynic in Chief, thanks to the 2. Bruce tells lies. Why else is his nose so long? Yeah, I don't know. Chud 101, thanks to the 5. Do either of you have any advice on how to raise funds for a mother and 7 children who are in witness protection? I do not. I am sorry. I'm not a fundraising advisor. And also that's a difficult thing because without their identities, how do you put them onto a fundraiser? I have no clue. You should probably talk to a lawyer about that. Coyote Bait, thanks to the 2. Megan, you need an icon with you sitting on a train. Max Lab, thanks to the 2. LP is running for town council again. Yeah, that's the hot news item of the day. Slug Entertainment, thanks for the 2. It just got here. Time to support Abuela Megan. Old. By the way, I will be going on Slug's channel on Saturday in the afternoon around 2 o'clock to watch him totally screw up cooking. And I will yell at him and try to teach him better, but it probably won't go well. I have very low expectations. Rhea Norman, thanks for the 2. Downward facing Tug. SF member for 2 months. You pick too well with Jeff that you're bound to get an asshole one every now and then. Yeah. Cunning Linguist, thanks to the 2. His nose is because of always losing at dodgeball. Oh, God, wouldn't you love to play? You know, that would be really fun. We should challenge Bruce and that whole side to a game of dodgeball. Can you imagine the Walruses and Bruce and Lynette and John and that big fat dude with that cries all the time online? Let's challenge them to a dodgeball game in Florida when we go for the trial. Let's have a game of dodgeball. Let's settle this like middle schoolers. Let's drop all the lawsuit threats and just play dodgeball. Come on, let's do it. It'll be fun. No, John. Slug, no, I burn water. Slug just has horrific pancake skills. Like, I can't even think about his pancakes because it will give me PTSD. That stream gave me PTSD. The scrambled pancake stream, it was absolutely terrible. Okay, where was I? Dan Davis, thanks for the 5. It's really sad when you bump into the wall when you have a what? What's a Bonner? And break your nose, BBB. Beatrice Words, thanks for the 5. How do you become a member doctor? A member doctor? I would really like to, but I can't find out. Oh, a member of the stream? Or of this channel? I think it doesn't work on mobile. I think you have to be on a browser, and then there should be a button that says become a member. Lorraine Lamour, thanks for the 2. 2 things I need every day. 1, coffee, and 2, mug. I love it. It's cute. Paul Harding, thanks to the 5. Be glad to be out of Logan. Peter Sinks, Utah hit a negative 55 a few days ago. Oh my gosh, Connor, is that true? You're still alive though, so I'm assuming you're just staying inside. Candace Bingham, thanks for the 10. Welcome back. I was sending you lots of virtual hugs as you traveled and said goodbye to Jeff. Also sending you an email. Okay, I'll look forward to it, Candace. Thank you for that. Beatrice Words, thanks for the 2. Sorry, autocorrect got me again. LOL. By the way, you guys, all of you who sent support and tips and stuff for my trip, thank you very much. Because of you, I was able to take a bunch of people to dinner and, pay for a lot of stuff, like hotel room was paid for by you guys, and buying those flowers for Jeff from you guys. And I really appreciated that. It made it easier, and it's just very generous. And I know how much you loved Jeff, and he loved you. He loved you. And his family really appreciates you guys too. They really appreciate what you did for them and raising the funds to help get Jeff back to Utah. They said lots of beautiful things to me about you. And maybe tomorrow I will talk more about that when I do the retro trial. Okay. Al Seep, member for 2 months. Thank you for being a member. Will Elle Flea show at her deposition tomorrow? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Candace Bingham, thanks for the 2. Hey, peeps, don't forget to give a thumbs up. I will not. You guys will not forget to give a thumbs up, right? You'll do it. Used to be younger, thanks for the 2. You and Connor need to drive the trucks. I know. Wait for it. I am going to get him into it. Don't worry. We have talked about it. We will try to get him. We got to get him set up. He's got Jeff's Thrustmaster is being sent to him, and also I think his computer and stuff. So it's going to take a little bit so he can get set up and used to it and learn how to do it, and then we will absolutely do that if he's game. Well, you should have seen his reaction when I told him that he needs to look for the Thrustmaster. He was like, what? What? Wait, what? What is a Thrustmaster? That's terrifying. Okay. Oh, and also, I need to get on the phone with Flux. I had to postpone our Red Dead Redemption stream with Tug because we were supposed to do it on the 21st, but I couldn't because it was too much going on here. So we need to reschedule that probably for next week. We're going to be playing Red Dead Redemption on House of Flux channel. And with me and Flux and Tug, it's going to be hilarious. It is basically like Grand Theft Auto, but on horseback, and we're cowboys. So we're going to rob banks and stuff together. It's going to be so fun. All right. That's it for tonight. I need to get you somewhere else. Where am I sending you tonight? Let's see is Shizzy live? God, I went way too long. Is Shizzy on? Hold please while I figure this out. Oh, he is. All right, go say hi to Shizzy. Tell him that I said hello. And no, I cannot join him. I'm going to bed. All right, guys. You have a wonderful night. Go raid Shizzy. See you later.